And we're live.
Go check out oh my god, what am I the Discord. And we have a Patreon. If you like what you see and you want to support it, check that out as well. And there's some other thing that I think they could go see, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. So we also have sponsors. You should check out our sponsors. They are rootinc.com, where you can find fucking cool fantasy maps. She makes like the best ones ever. There's tabletoploot.com, where they make dice and stuff. There is So Nerdware. It is the official merch sponsor there, and there's a slogan for it. Kevin, can you say that slogan for me?
So nerdwear. It's what the nerds wear.
I like that. I like it's like that was very practical. It made sense. It sounded informative.
Yeah.
And then of course there is Roll20. Roll20 is what we're going to be running this game on. It's I think what everybody runs all their games on, honestly, on here, because it's very, very useful. So we are going to be playing Blades in the Dark. This is like episode a billion or something. And we are, I believe it's episode 18?
19.
Thank you. Episode 19. And in case you don't know, Blades in the Dark takes place in a really shitty world where the sun is gone, the seas are black and full of big monsters. There's cannibal ghosts running all over the place. There are things called horrors and they suck. And there's also demons and stuff. All of humanity is locked behind giant lightning walls to protect them from said cannibal ghosts and beasts. And so within this city is where our story really takes place, where our party, a group of ne'er-do-wells, a group of scoundrels looking to make their way in the city, do everything they can for coin and prestige and power. And let us meet our group. Let us start with Crystal. Who are you?
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear, and I am playing Evany, the Whisper, who is now apparently an expert swordswoman.
Deals with devils. Who would have thought it? Okay.
Hey, Kate, also known as Undead Kate Online. I will be playing Scarlet, the Hound, with a ghost cat and adoptive father issues.
Yeah, you got a lot of issues. I wouldn't just categorize them all under that. I feel like you got a lot more going on.
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see in time. And Bisonic?
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin. On the Twitter, I'm Kevin, and I will be playing Sparrow, a lurk who can turn into a ghost.
Kind of.
For a moment.
For a moment, yeah. And Death by Mage?
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage, and I will be playing tonight Victor, the Leech.
Leech, who has some unfinished business to take care of.
Lots of unfinished business.
Unwittingly blew up the city. Whoops. You try to do good, I don't know. So, last time on Blades in the Dark, you had all decided to, in absence of both Sparrow and Grimalkin, as they had business to take care of immediately after the harrowing, you eager to make your way back out into the city after the harrowing, decided to go do some stuff. And the stuff that you decided to do was go and get Ivan, finally, at long last. After quite a long time of searching the city, eventually finding out that Ivan had been basically is being held captive by the Ironbiters, who are now controlled by a man named Waylon. You decided to finally go rescue him, and you did, from a factory. And it was a big fight where at first you thought, let's just cartoon style saw a hole in the floor and pull Ivan in. Done deal. We'll pop out, grab him. Bob's your uncle, and we're having a good day. Unfortunately, as soon as you got up into the room, you were both shot by a sniper, Waylon, and assaulted by a massive hull, which is this game's version of a robot. Just a big fucking mechanical ass-whooping machine. And so you fought. And in doing so, Victor got a new toy. And some new equipment, as well as Ivan. I called you Kay. Scarlet got fucking wrecked, shot in the chest by a sniper, shot multiple times by a sniper actually.
3 or 4 times.
But Crystal was able to, God, sorry guys, Ebony was able to defeat Waylon or help Scarlet defeat Waylon with a well-placed ghost, and Scarlet was able to put one right between his eyes. And as you made your way out and began to nurse your wounds and get some much-needed information from Ivan and speak to Ivan after all that time, you found out that the reason he made that bomb and essentially tricked you into killing all those people was just for money. Just for money. It was not a very good explanation. It was not a very good reason, but Ivan isn't really the best guy. Like all things, it all came down to coin. But upon talking to him, he discovered that you had helped Merciful Mishka fight against the Skovan Liberation Front. Knowing this, it terrified him, as he knows Mishka and Addy, the leader of the Skovan Liberation Front, more than you do, and told you just how volatile their relationship is. Upon that realization, you began to hear bombs go off throughout the city. Merciful Mishka was purging the city of the Skovan Liberation Front. So, I believe... Oh, yes, and of course, Scarlet searching for a doctor to nurse her gaping chest wound from a sniper round, went to an odd hotel in Brightstone called the Excalibur. And the Excalibur seems to be a home for assassins. And as you went in there, you ordered a doctor and was to receive one. And as you waited for the doctor, you met someone you had not seen in quite a while, Flint, the man who raised you, the man who taught you. And he seemed interested in you all of a sudden and said some weird, ominous things. But whatever, fuck him. And you got nursed up and you're good. And Ebony,
I just wanted him to trip.
yeah, you super did. But he's too fucking slick. He's too fucking slick. Ebony, you realizing that you had missed an opportunity with the Crooked Man, decided to take him up. You attempted to try to restore the original offer that he offered you, and he said no, but instead offered you something else, to kill a man, just an innocent random man, and become a better sword fighter. And you did. You entered the man's home, found the articles of his broken life, went downstairs and broke his neck. He seemed to know the Crooked Man. He seemed to know what you were there for. And as he died, the entire house twisted and cracked, the wood splintering as well as just like his bones, and sending the entire house sort of cockeyed. Upon getting that, I believe, was it a 2 dice bonus?
Yep.
To your sword fighting, and then the sword that you got is a +1.
Yep.
Just so you know. So without anything, you get 3 dice to sword fighting. Just as a general thing. I mean, there may be minuses and pluses depending on the situation, but as a general rule, you're fucking good at sword fighting now. Hoo-ha. Hell yeah. And all you had to do was kill some random old man. No consequences there. Who cares, right? So, as you made your way out into the night, the Crooked Man, well, he enjoyed that. Now, let us come back. Group, where are you? What are we doing? You guys hanging out in the school? You know, what's the dealio? Sparrow, you're back. Actually, Sparrow, let's start with you because you were absent last time. Something that to give you some information, you did get payment from the job with Grun. You have 4 coin. 2 of it is in coin. 2 of it is in an item of your choice. That's because that particular boss happens to know you guys. He gets people things that are sort of specified to them. As you witnessed, after you gave him a sword, he gave it right to Mishka. You know, he likes to find things that people like and give them those things. What would Sparrow have gotten? So, like, basically, out of game, mechanically, pick something that you want that's worth 2 coin and is fucking cool. As an example, Ebony got a sword that's +1 when sword fighting. Victor, what did you get?
I got a violin.
You got a beautiful violin that had like history to it, and Scarlet got like a super pretty rifle that is not to be shot or touched, so she says. But
Definitely
probably,
not.
But would probably do some badass damage if you shot it.
I'm thinking armor. I'm thinking because she goes around without armor.
Interesting. So
So it
something
would be
slim fitting, something that
slim-fitting.
doesn't add to your loadout.
Yeah, something
Or
not
whatever.
bulky, but would provide some level of armor.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You get that. So let's say it gives you 2 armor boxes
Mhm.
all the time. You will always have 2 armor boxes to check off or whatever in case you get hurt. And let's say that it has some like anti spook stuff on it. Like it may have some runes carved in there.
Like I'm thinking it's a Savrosi, but like
So if it's Severosi, then let's say it's got like it's like made of leather, like thick, tough leather, and probably
leather.
has like bones like on it or like under it to help protect, because Severosi is like they're like
Yeah.
badass Wild West people. So, but however the design is, I mean, you can come up with the design of it. I don't have to dictate what it looks like. But
gotcha.
just some cool ideas. But I just think it would be cool that if Sparrow opens up her coat, it's like rib cage. You know what I mean? Like on her armor or some shit. I don't know. I just think that would be neat. But
Yeah.
it's up to you. But yeah, you do have 2 armor boxes, and I don't know like mechanically how this would work, so we can just use it in the moment. Just write anti-spooky stuff. And then whenever spooky stuff hurts you, just be like, I have anti-spooky stuff, and I'll figure out how much that'll affect it in the moment.
Yeah, it would probably reduce the effect of or give me more resistance.
Yeah, something like that. When a ghost goes to bite you, they don't do it good.
Yeah.
They do it worse. And, less chance of things fucking possessing you like the small child.
Yes, that would be nice.
So he gives you a fine-ass piece of armor, as well as 2 coin. So you all did get paid. And when Grimalkin shows up, I'll let him choose whatever he wants. You did not get paid from the last job that you did, however. Oh, no, you did get paid. Instead of getting paid, you got paid with Ivan and with a new gun. But yeah, so there's no coin to be had from that. I would also say that if there was anything that you wanted to get done or do in the time that you had off, what was it? You did it, like, whatever you wanted. As long as it's not like, I won the city. But, like, if you wanted to just do something cool, you can, I'm not even going to make you roll for that. You can just have it.
So I wanted to have a talk with the twins, but I think we could do that later.
Okay. We can make that a scene if you want.
To be honest, she needed to spend time with Tang.
Cool. Yeah. Burn some of that stress off.
Yeah, and muddy the trail a little, I guess. Anyone
Okay.
looking for her will now have a harder time.
I like that. Okay, cool.
Planting false leads. Making sure some people who said they were going to leave the city actually left the city.
Okay, good. This will buy you time and will minus some of the things I was going to do to you, you son of a bitch. All right, that's fine. So, I like that. Tang,
Yeah.
is there ever a scene that you'd like to do with Tang? Would you ever like to do anything with him?
No, I like leaving it all off screen.
Okay, I
Letting
think
it be
that's
whatever.
I think that's pretty neat too. I also like that. So let's do that. Then, is there anything that you'd like to do? Yeah, how do you come back from your time abroad?
I just walk in.
Okay, you walk in. Let's say you walk into the little planning room or what have you. I would say that you're probably surprised when you walk in to see that Jed is still walking around.
Okay.
You do see Jed out, not locked up. Small child, just kind of dirty hands, and he's walking and he's carrying like a box of looks like parts, as well as one huge like metal hinged thing that he's like struggling with. And as he's walking, he looks over to you and then like looks away, and then keeps walking because he doesn't like you very much because
That's
you
my
stabbed
desired
him
effect.
once.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to go talk to anybody or grab anybody? Or go
Not
sit
right
in the
away.
corner? Okay. what's
I'm just gonna
What's-
be there when other people come back.
what's what's everybody doing, Scarlet?
Well, first off, I'm getting some more rest.
No, Alexa, stop! God damn it!
First off,
sorry.
no, you're good. First off, probably trying to get some more rest, but I also wanted to indulge my vice, go shopping.
Okay.
But possibly instead this time, would it be possible to spend a coin or two for armor?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
sure. So I would say spend 2 coin to get
Mhm.
one hardy piece of armor. Sparrow's is special because it was given from a job. That's why it
Yeah,
has,
no,
it has
that
2
makes-
armor on it and spooky stuff.
I'm not
Yeah.
worried about that. The whole almost dying thing shook her a little.
Yeah, two coin for like a hardy piece of armor, I think works.
Alright.
That plus your toughness, you're looking pretty good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Also, you can probably hide more weapons, but you guys don't really sneak into places incognito. You more just like sneak through windows and shit. But whatever. So yeah, no problem. And then you indulge your vice. That can be your vice. You went out and bought a new
Yeah.
piece of armor.
That's what I was thinking, was just indulging my vice that way,
Cool,
since
man.
it's spending money.
Does it look interesting? Is there anything like
Ah.
We did just get a reroll.
you can re-roll? You got super beat up. You can re-roll.
If y'all are okay with it, I would.
Or
love to
you
do
can
that,
or
'cause-
you could spend you can spend your whatever your secondary downtime action doing vice if you want. Like you just keep burning it, and then we'll say that's your whole turn, and then we'll go to somebody else so that they can do stuff.
Yeah, let's do it that way. That way,
Okay.
with that re-roll in case we
You-
need it for
You
something.
buy more stuff.
Just buy all the things.
There you go. There you
There
go.
you go.
You buy new set of armor and another tiny little crystal pick, little glass porcelain pick, like you did last time. I don't know if you remember that. I'm pretty sure you. Oh no, you gave it to Auntie.
Yeah, I gave it to Auntie.
Yeah, like you found a perfect one. It looks the exact same. It's amazing. And now it frees all of your stress. You don't even feel those bullet holes. Fuck them. You feel great. What damage are you at, by the way?
1.
You're at 1. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then Evany, what is Evany doing?
She would have
Practicing?
come back to the school after her little excursion out.
Mhm.
And I think she'd want to go talk to Victor.
Okay. Very well. Victor, where does she find you?
Probably in his workshop because, she'll probably hear the distant sounds of Victor yelling at Ivan profusely for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Ivan yelling back, but like definitely more the subordinate in this situation, as he is both
yeah.
guilt-ridden and kind of scared of you for good reason.
And Jed is just there.
Jed is probably putting around, just helping, doing whatever, and
he's
watching
trying
you.
he's trying to peacefully organize like the shelf.
He is in high spirits as you watch him do this. So, Evany, this is what you walk in on.
Victor,
Well, yes.
do you remember that armor that you made us for Harrow's Eve?
Yes, I do.
Would it be possible to get that repaired?
Oh, yeah, sure. I can definitely do that, especially with this one, but I got to keep an eye on them.
That would be lovely.
Yeah.
And anything you would like me to do to help out, I certainly can.
Well, if you want, what I did was I used some components, but if you know any kind of actual, magic, maybe it'll make it last longer.
Okay. Evan, would I know how to do any of that?
Yeah, probably. You helped him with the ghost bomb, and you helped him with a
Yeah.
couple of other things. You guys working as a team makes a very interesting combination where you're able to make this weird arcane technology, or like that like techno magic like we do in Rifts. It's almost like a combination of technology and magic. So absolutely, yeah, you can do that with him. I would say, Jackie, roll a tinker, and Crystal, roll a tune, and I'm gonna put
Okay.
those. We'll see. Let me just see the outcomes of both of those.
Alright.
These are both controlled, standard.
Okay. Do I get one die for Jed and Ivan being there?
Absolutely, yes, you do.
Alright,
Okay.
is this a group
Okay.
action that our synchronized ability could count towards? You count
Probably.
multiple sixes from
Oh,
different
yeah.
rolls as a critical?
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
probably.
yeah.
That you guys are working. Anything that you guys
Yeah.
work together on, I will count, even if it's like doubles.
Okay.
That's fun.
Well, let's find out. Okay, I see a 5 from Attune. I see a 6 from me.
Okay, so one success, one half success. That's fine. I will say also for the materials of this, knock off. It will cost you 2 coin per armor block. Does that make sense to you? Because to make
Mhm.
this super, if you remember, you were in like heavy fucking badass armor. That's why it had 4 blocks. You were
Yeah.
literally going to war. There's no way you can hide in this. It's
Right.
not stealthy. You're wearing like, you're going out to war in this thing, or
Like
you can
SWAT
make it
gear.
closer. It's SWAT. It was
Yeah.
SWAT gear, or you can make it closer to what Scarlet just bought, or what I just pulled my quote over, or what Sparrow has, where it's a
okay.
little bit lighter, but it'll only have like, 1 to 2 blocks. It's up to you.
So, yeah, that I feel like for Evany would want to have functionality and mobility.
Yes.
So yeah.
So it's thinner. So we'll say like, well then how many coins do you put in? It's either 2 for 1 block or 4 for 2 blocks.
I could put in 2 if Evany wants to contribute a bit of that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so 4 coin from the each of you. Each of you knock off 2 coin from your stash,
Mhm.
and then you have a piece of armor. So by the rolls that you have, I'll say this was pretty much a success. It definitely will function from like the damage aspect. Victor's work is excellent as always.
Yeah.
When it comes to the arcane aspect, I want you to write spooky protection, so, and just write that next to it, and tell me whenever I hurt you with a spooky thing, read to me what that is, and I'll remember. So it may do really well, it may not. Damn it. But it's Victor definitely held up his end, and yours wasn't bad. It'll definitely
Yeah.
5 is not terrible. You still did a good job. It's just that some things may be able to get through it.
Yeah.
And there's no accounting for demons, but when it comes to like horrors and stuff, horrors may still be able to like get you or whatever, hurt you. But
Okay.
it should definitely hold up against spirits and shit. Okay,
Alrighty.
cool. You guys make some gnarly looking armor.
Well, this worked out the better. And then he smacks Ivan across the back from the back of the head.
What the fuck? Why?
I told you to solder that line. You didn't solder it.
have so much aggression. You need to get it out somewhere, Victor. What is all this? Do you want a woman? I can go buy you a woman, Victor.
Smack him across the head, the face.
Okay. Jed walks over, and because Ivan is in the way, Jed kicks him in the shin, and he goes "fuck," and then Jed starts putting things on the table, and starts arguing with Ivan because he's learning from you.
Mhm.
So okay. And then did you want to talk, or that's what you wanted to do with Victor?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Victor, was there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, he's gonna do a lot of stuff.
Uh-oh.
So knowing that Adi is now a threat to practically everybody, so he's going to
Adi turned into a supervillain because
Yeah.
of this.
yeah. So I know if one thing I'm gonna definitely do before I start is I'm gonna indulge in my vice because I needs to.
Where do you play?
Um,
In the school?
yeah,
Like you did before?
I'll play in the school. And what I'll do is I'll go to a more general assembly room, and play there. And he's going to choose a requiem to play.
Ooh.
Kind of a little bit of a homage to the victims of Mishka.
Yeah.
And there's a 5 in there.
As always, now from the first time that you played, you got an audience. This time, it's almost like the whole school comes to hear you play, as they are blind, but they love music, and always sitting up front, very excited and very attentive is Jed, just enraptured in your music, as you are a very big inspiration to that child. And the people, I mean, there are tears. You know what I mean? It was a beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yeah, and Victor would just be completely just focused on the act of playing, and playing it precisely and perfectly.
You do so.
Yep, and he's going to do a couple. He's going to do a couple crafting projects because he needs to get ready for dealing with Adi in every sense of the word. So he's going to reverse engineer some of the Crow's grappling guns.
Ooh, okay.
And all because he wants to make them more. He wants to be able to carry a couple, and then he's going to also work on making taking Ivan's original railgun design and actually making it a little bit more portable. So it's not just a hulking piece of like not like 10.5 feet long, like 10.5 inch, like just like this massive big rifle thing.
It was like a big fucking
So he's gonna try to like tinker it and try to just work on that. And
because the Crows, you have Crows under your employ because Grimalkin spent the time to actually try to save them. I will say that anything that you do with any of their equipment, you will get like another plus die.
Okay.
So the odds of you being able to successfully do that, especially because you have Jed with you,
right,
and you are doing it here at your home as opposed to like out and about,
right,
you have a very high chance of succeeding. And when it comes to the railgun, you have the guy who created it right there. Ivan did not die in the fight or anything, so you can get a +1 for that.
Okay. So it's like, so am I rolling once or am I rolling for both? Is the question.
So roll once for each.
Once for each.
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 2 bonus die for each. Got it.
Yeah.
There's a 5 for the grappling gun.
Okay.
And
pretty good.
And biscuits.
Probably won't jam.
Probably
pretty
won't.
Solid. Probably won't jam. Only if it is narratively interesting will I make those jam.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Of course.
Of course.
And there's also 5s.
All those dice?
Yeah. Hey.
What is that gobbledygook? Here's what it is. You have it more portable. Yes, it is more portable. It is not as powerful, but it is still very strong.
Right.
If you come across one of those holes, probably can't kill it in one shot. Would probably have to kill it in like 2 or 3 shots with this thing. Maybe more. It depends. But this thing will still put a fucking hole. It is all about penetrating power.
Yeah.
Which you will have to keep in mind. The collateral damage to this thing could be bad. If you shoot it at someone, it will kill him, the guy behind him, and the guy down the street. So like this is just something to consider. But it is more portable. I would say it's like a smaller rifle now. It's still a 2-handed weapon, but it is much smaller. I don't think you could get it in like a pistol form.
You're right.
The nature of it is
no,
a little too intense.
Yeah, it's too big for that. It's too
you
need a lot for that.
As well as you made it probably accommodate any kind of ammunition that you'd want, like any particular like he made it for like scrap, but if you want it like particularly for like ball bearings or something, that's up to you. Or like little metal spikes, like the railway rifle from Fallout or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, but whatever you put in there, it will basically super magnetize, heat it up, and launch it. So that's what you got.
Yep. I think
so. It's pretty good.
Yep. And I think the only thing left he will do is he's actually going to he's actually going to go to Auntie to acquire some assets. He needs to actually look for some really powerful anti-ghost like charms and equipment because of what they're potentially going to end up dealing with.
Oh, he's preparing for the worst.
Yes.
Do you tell Auntie about what the possible...
Yes.
Okay, and do you bring Sparrow with you? Because Auntie seems to like Sparrow the most. Or do you go by yourself alone?
He probably would ask if Sparrow could spare the moment just because like he doesn't really know Auntie that well.
Mm-hmm.
And rather not slight her in any way.
Perfect. So what do you bring
Uh
as a gift?
he actually
Something that represents you too, if possible.
yeah, he actually hands her the violin he got from Snow.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh.
She takes it in her hands. This has a lot of history to it.
I know.
And she's just kind of rubbing the grain. It has a very good home.
Thank you.
To bring me something like this, you must want something important.
Yes. Sparrow, you might want to sit down for this.
No.
Okay.
Auntie's like, what?
So
She sits down and has tea.
Oh,
so
we're having tea. I'm sorry.
well, so I rescued an old comrade named Ivan, and after helping him escape, I learned that Mishka is not as merciful, or depending on how you look at it, but unfortunately,
Mishka?
a lot of
Alright.
a lot of people and families have just recently died.
Yes. Yes. I think everyone in the city felt that. But she does kill them quickly.
Yes, that's the only mercy she gives.
That is mercy.
So, problem is that most, if not all, of the Skovlin Liberation Front is gone.
Okay.
And from what I understand, the leader, Adi, will be very desperate. And
I have yet to see how this is of any interest to me
well,
or
so
involves me at all.
so from what Ivan told me, Adi has a device with him, and it seems that the device is meant for the lightning wall.
Now you have my attention. So let me get this, or let me guess. You want something to help protect all of these poor people from the horrors of the outside world. Is that correct?
I don't know if I can ask for something that generous, but
We don't ask for that.
no, but
Ask for Audie.
Hush now. She looks at you, Sparrow. I will have no aiding of loopholes in my home. Now listen. This man, Adi, he is attempting to bring down the lightning walls. Why? Because he's angry?
he's angry. He has long blamed the Imperium, and he
Yeah.
seeks a free Skovlin and only believes in the death of many to be the voice of Skovlin.
Of course, of course. And she looks over to you, Sparrow. How have the people in this city lasted so long behind these walls? I really will never understand it. You know, where I come from, we don't have these. But we make
Then,
do.
mm,
Would the walls coming down, Victor, be such a terrible thing?
no,
Well,
but
the fear.
it's the fear, and mostly, I really just want to protect the people that I
Oh.
care about.
Yes, there will no doubt be lots of death if those walls come down. I mean, it's like ringing a dinner bell. But the people who can defend themselves will, and then you will essentially, through natural selection, be left with who can fight and who is the strongest. It is a Skovlin way, or a Severosi way.
Hmm.
But we are not in Severos. And you wish to help as many people as possible, it seems. So, that gift that you have brought me, I am inclined to help. What is it that you are after?
I just want, if possible, something to protect my friends and those that are under our care.
I see.
I'm not naive enough to ask for something to protect the city.
Oh, I don't actually have anything that can do that. I am not that powerful. I don't think anyone is, besides perhaps the old gods. But, I think I have something. But, how many do you need? How many items of protection do you require?
Probably for us, so 5,
Okay.
and 1 for the school.
Oh, something for a building.
Hmm.
I most definitely have something for that. Sparrow, would you mind, right up there? And she points to like this large, it's almost like a bookcase, but it's not covered in books. It's covered in like these random like objects. And she goes, laying under, I believe it is underneath a small rag, you will see what appears to be a dream catcher. Could you bring that to me?
Gotcha. Sparrow goes over, and as she reaches up, you see underneath her blouse, you can see kind of poking out of the base of it is, I've decided what my armor is. It's
Okay.
somewhere between the Nightingale armor from Skyrim
Yes.
and a whalebone corset made of Leviathan bone.
Yes.
Oh yes.
I love it. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, and she pulls down the object.
Okay, you see that it is like a dream catcher made of bone, weaved with hair. Not sure whose, but hair. So you bring it to her. Ah, thank you, dear. And she puts it right in front of you, Victor. You are to hang that outside. Outside of the front entrance, the main entrance, the place where most life enters and exits that building. Put that there, as that is what would draw them. They will smell the remnants of the coming and goings. And it should protect the entire building. It should stretch around, but definitely put it in the front. Unless you all use, like, secret hideouts or something, then put it there. But either way. Now, for each of you, I have a few things. And she stands up and she goes into a back room. You can hear that she unlocks something. I'm going to say, Sparrow, you just know the sound of tumblers and keys going into locks. You're like, oh, she unlocked something. And she brings out a few things. In her hand is what appears to be just a jumble of these like items, these trinkets, some made of bone, little bits of metal. And she lays them down before you, 5 of them. I will say one is a rat skull on like a necklace, and its teeth have the main front teeth, like the sharp little teeth, are still there. The rest are replaced with little spikes of like little bits of metal. So it's like a metal toothed rat skull, with like little tiny runes carved into it. Another one is what appears to be a bird's skull, and it looks like it has a silver thread going like across the eyes, like tying through the eyeballs onto each side. One is it looks like a necklace that just has teeth all over it, but they're all sharp, like a bunch of like sharp little teeth. That's all that one is. Boom, boom, boom. One of them is what appears to be a necklace with a glass jar kind of attached to it, a small glass vial, and in it are just like a bunch of bugs that are constantly writhing and moving around inside. And the last one is a literal human hand, mummified and dried up. It's not a necklace; it's just a human hand. And she puts it down, and she goes, "These are all quite potent. It will, in general, make them second guess even coming near you. They would prefer other targets before they prefer you, and if they do attempt to hurt you, it will essentially cast away their first attack outright. Would completely ignore it and would harm them. Essentially, each of these trinkets will give you a like one block. We'll say it's a block of armor, but only for like ghost shit. And it'll negate the first attack. You know what I mean? Negate their first on what it does. So she lays those out before you. I believe that may be sufficient enough.
Thank you.
It is nice to have this defense. Victor, did you bring anything of Audie's? Anything he's touched? Anything he's handed you? A note?
I do have something. And he takes out a couple pieces of like gun barrels. He has
in his jacket. He just has in his jacket. Oh wait, they have gun barrels.
They're small ones, and
yeah, just love it.
He asked me once to repair some of these. I didn't want to do it, for I was afraid of what he would do with them. Now I'm even more afraid.
What could you have possibly imagined a revolutionary would do with guns? Money is a strong motivator, I understand.
Well,
none of that matters. We just prevent him from doing it.
Yes? Hopefully.
Thank you for Plan B, Auntie.
You're welcome. It is what was asked of me. Now, how do you plan to stop him? Do you want me to look at these? Is that why you're bringing them out?
That's why I brought them up.
Maybe. Would any of you like to try to sway her? I know it's not, I don't think either of your best thing or, you know what I mean? Something that you think you can do to convince her. Because she has done the thing, you gave her a gift, she has given you a thing.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now, you either give her another nice gift, or...
I give her a coin. I put a coin on the table.
Get that out of my face, Sparrow. You know better than that.
I haven't had time.
I know.
to find you something suitable.
I don't blame you. You know, I can think of something if you can't.
I'm always welcome to hear it.
All right. How about this? There are two people in your group that I am very interested in. One is, well, I think it's quite obvious. I locked her in my room and tried to feed her to Basement Bob. I want a hair from her head. One hair. The other is the assassin. I just want to speak with her alone. Whenever it is convenient for you, not immediately, whenever works. But I want an audience with her, alone and unspied on. Does that make sense?
Scarlet will be at your disposal when you... Would you prefer she come here?
Yes, that would be lovely. At her earliest convenience. I am in no rush. But, you know, the wheels of the city do turn.
I put the coin back.
Right. Well then, do I have your promise?
Of either of those things?
Of both of them. Unless you want to try to sway her to knock it down a peg.
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, you have my promise.
Excellent. Hand me those barrels. And she takes the gun barrels, lays them before her. She does a small ritual, something that you've seen her do before. And her eyes lull back into her head. He is hiding. I cannot see where. Clever. He's a clever man. Ah. But I believe I know where he is going to go. And her eyes roll right back. You said he wants to attack the lightning wall, correct?
Yes.
Well, the lightning wall is supported by several posts, these big, ugly things that stretch out of the horizon. Pylons or something. They're always attempting to construct additional ones. But either way, I get one of these Jackie like that too. But either way, these hideous structures, there's a lot of them around the city. He could attack anyone, but he has one in mind. It is what appears to be one near Dunslow. And she looks at you, Sparrow. I believe you're familiar with it. It's near a circus. So, how he exactly plans to do it, I'm not sure, but you can be sure that he will hit that one. He has his mind and heart set on it. I do not know where he is. You may need more traditional methods, a hound or whatnot, to find him. But I cannot help you there. He has hired someone to protect him.
Useful information, thank you, Auntie.
You're welcome. Victor?
Thank you.
Well then, shall I conclude our business?
I will sit down and start chatting about known relatives.
Okay, she
Effectively
does
concluding business, yes.
She does so. Victor, do you leave them to do this, or do you awkwardly eat cookies and drink tea with them?
I awkwardly sit there and drink tea and eat cookies.
So they chatter, and after a while, though, because I was gonna, if you guys were gonna leave, she was gonna do this real quick. Oh, I do know what I want my favor to be, by the way. And she looks to you.
Mm-hmm.
The big one that you owe me.
I have not forgotten.
I was able to settle my business with John Irons, but with you, seeing as how you took the debt upon yourself, you now do own it. There is someone in this city, Sparrow,
Mhm.
Someone in this city that needs to die. You know that I do not condone hits or put hits out on people. I prefer to do things myself. As she straightens her like old form up. But I don't think I can. But you have a crew, a team, and a good one. A powerful one. I need you to kill this man. I will not give you his name yet, because I believe he will hear me the minute I say it. That is the kind of power we are dealing with. Now, would you agree to kill?
Yes.
Very good. Thank you. I'll be in touch. And she stands up and ushers you out. Making sure that she definitely sends you with some cookies and stuff, because Auntie.
On the way out, I'll be, as we get out with Ivan, I'm like, Ivan, or sorry, Victor,
Yes.
we are paying basically nothing for that from Auntie.
Yes, I know.
She already has her hair.
Oh.
She had her on a pillow.
Oh. Well, then why does she need more?
She needs to know that I will get it for her.
Ah.
I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
Witch stuff.
Also, I'm just going to give this coin to Scarlet.
Also, she
Scarlet will
wanted
show up for a coin.
she wanted one hair, as if perhaps she's one hair short of something. She only wanted one hair. Yeah. Witch stuff. So
Wait, did you just say you're giving a coin to Scarlet? Why?
To show up for a meeting with Auntie.
Or she'll just do it.
Yeah,
you
no,
have to pay her
no,
to-
I'm going to give you this coin to do that. This is your job. I'll pay you for your work.
I mean, you really don't have to pay me.
This is not a favor. This is... She hired me to hire you. You go talk to her. I don't know what will be said. I don't know what she will ask.
But also, eat the cookies. They're very good.
Except for the ones that look like chocolate chips. They are raisin. Be aware.
Yes, that was
Yum.
She
the-
doesn't warn you, though.
No, that was cruel.
She likes seeing the face when someone bites into the cookie thinking it's chocolate.
Mm. Wait a minute! This isn't chocolate chip.
Yes,
It's
it
oatmeal.
It's a lie. I mean,
But yeah, I'll come back and be like, so we've talked to Auntie. Auntie knows something about where Audie is going to attack, and it's a pylon over by the end of the Dusk River, in Dunslow. Right? Correct?
It's
Mhm.
so it's in Dunslow. Oh my goodness, I
Is
forgot
it
my
closer
iPad.
to the? Well,
it's
I'm just
it's,
looking at the.
it's obviously right against the wall, but it's right, like, you know that the carnival
Mhm.
is literally like right there.
Yeah.
Like you can see the pylon from there. The reason the carnival's so butt up against it is to try to stay away from the craziness that is Dunslow.
Yeah.
And still put on their like fun, weird, crazy carnival shit. In fact, it's so close to the wall that it kind of gives you headaches whenever you're there.
Yeah.
If you recall, but yeah.
So that's where he will be hitting. He's hidden right now. But we find him and stop him before, and if we fail, we've protected our own.
Mm-hmm.
I will have this. I will hang up the Dreamcatcher outside,
Okay.
and I'll be like, Frank,
Yeah.
if this thing ever moves from its position,
All right.
put it back.
He goes over to it, and he grabs it, and he And he rubs it in his hands. I'm gonna say he takes his glove off.
Yeah.
And he rubs it in his hands. And he hangs it back up. I'll find it. And he puts his glove back on. If anyone takes it, I'll track them down.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And he just sits on the steps, looking around, looking at the ground, looking at bugs.
Victor's gonna have a private talk with Jed for a minute.
Okay.
They'll be in the workshop. He'll close the door, and he'll tell Jed to take a seat.
All right.
So, we're about to do something really dangerous, very bad, and in case things go really bad, I need you to go down back to the cellar and lock the door.
Why?
If you hear a big boom coming from the wall,
Yeah. Then the wall fell.
yes.
Then you'll need my help. What happened that night doesn't happen when I'm around ghosts. It happens when that night comes around. When that week comes around, I lose myself. But if the wall falls, I can help. I can help you fight them.
Okay, well, we got something to protect this place, hopefully. But also, I don't want Ivan to leave.
I think that makes sense. Yeah. So someone should keep an eye on Ivan, right?
Hmm.
All right, I'll get Silk to do it, and then I can come with you.
No, you're not coming.
Why?
It's too dangerous.
It's not too dangerous. I'm probably stronger than you are.
Ivan
Well,
looks
definitely
down.
faster. You look down at him.
No, I need you to keep an eye on Ivan. Make sure he don't leave.
Fine.
He's known to do that.
Fine.
Also, kick him in the shin.
Yeah, I will do that. Victor?
Mm-hmm.
He's lying.
Oh yeah, he knows.
He's just looking at the ground.
Uh-huh. Son of a bitch.
It's a kid.
It's like Scrappy-Doo all over again.
Except you don't want to kill him all the time.
This is also fair.
Sparrow probably wants to kill Jed all the time, but
I don't want to kill him.
Jet-
Otherwise, he'd be dead.
Jed goes, all right, is that all?
Yes.
Okay. He gets up and starts walking over. You do see in Jed's back pocket, amidst all the filthiness and just like dirty, rough and tumble stuff, Jed has something. There's something shiny and pink in his back pocket. If you are of interest, if not, then if you don't care, then
I mean, it's of interest, but I think Victor will let him keep it for now.
okay.
I think that's it for me.
Okay. Well then, group gang.
Well, real quick.
Okay. What's up?
First, I wanted to speak with the twins.
Absolutely, you may speak with the twins. You find Jericho and Jerica. They are playing chess together.
I want to do this early in the
Sil-
morning.
Oh, then they're probably just having breakfast. They're eating cooked bugs because in this world that's what you eat. I don't know. You don't eat eggs and shit because everything's dark.
Some
So they're
kind of
eating
gruel.
bugs. They're eating bugs, and Frank can't watch. He's horrified.
Sparrow will pull them aside privately and be like,
You-
I need to speak to you two about protecting Ebony.
Oh, Protecting Ebony? Oh. So I guess she told you, did she?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Well,
Well,
she didn't tell me what. She's underplaying it, and I need to know what the bounty is, and
We
who
understand.
they will
Look,
send, and who you contacted.
we told her not to call him. We told her it was a bad idea. And this is Jericho speaking to you, the girl. Jericho goes, yeah, we told her she didn't give a shit. I think she wants to fucking fight him. She's fucking mental is what she is.
Hey, I understand.
Right. The important thing now is to make sure that she doesn't end up a head on a stick or a whole body on a stick, because that's what he does to people. Did you know that? He puts people on sticks. It's fucking gross and weird. Yeah, it is really fucking weird. But look, she knew of the Count, but I don't think she's seen what he's become. In the last couple of years, he has become quite a beast. He has taken over much of the land. Not all of Tycheros, mind you, but a large portion of land named Melos. It's like I guess a country or something that you would consider it within the continent. But he rules Melos, and he rules it with an iron fist. He has resources, Sparrow. Endless resources. I don't believe he will come. I believe he's going to send someone. I don't know who, but he has the money to afford the finest and most dangerous mercenaries. He's going to send fucking killers, is what he's going to send. Monsters. He's
Not
a
if
monster
he
himself.
doesn't want her dead, does he? Does he want her dead?
They both look at each other, and they look over to you. All I know is that there were wanted posters for her. A lot of them. And
What
people
did they say exactly?
that there would be a grand reward per any information that led to the capture of Ebony. And so, of course, there were false reports, which were met with swift death. But I don't know what his plan was, but it was not a dead or alive wanted poster like you may be. I've heard stories of people in Severos always being drug in by rugged bounty hunters, dead or dying. This wasn't like that. It was more like a missing persons poster, if that makes sense. So he may not want to kill her, but he will not be gentle in bringing her back home. This is a man that may, the people he hires may beat you unconscious and throw you in a box. And then...
That's why we need to know what to protect against.
All right. Jericho? And he goes, right. So, here's what you're going to be looking out for. Tycheros heavies, people that he might hire, they're not like they are here. A lot of here is a lot of sneaking and stabbing and speaking and talking. The Tycheros heavy, they know how to wield magic, and they know how to wield violence. Whether that's with a blade or a gun, we don't know. But you can account for the fact that they will be able to handle themselves and will probably be very protected against shit like that. And he points out to, the wall. And he goes, shit that and beyond. In Tycheros, we have all manner of weird shit that happens. A lot of the higher-ups of our city like to worship things like that. So black magics and the like is just sort of commonplace. So you can expect lots of nasty, harmful magic. Does that make sense?
Baleful. Yes.
Right. So...
I take it they're not precise.
In general? I mean, it varies. Do you know anything about who's supposed to be coming? Or who's supposed to get her?
This is why I'm asking you.
I would have told the group about the butchers.
The Shankill Butchers?
Yeah.
So Ebony has mentioned that name. It probably doesn't mean anything to you, Sparrow.
Yeah.
Because they're
now,
from...
a group like that, there's a slim chance we could buy them off. What was the reward? Just grand?
Well, do you tell them that the Shankill Butchers are coming? Or do you still leave it vague, like you don't know?
I still leave it vague. I'm not going
Okay.
to tell these children. I'm not going to have them shit a brick on me.
Oh, if you try to pay them off.
That's an insult.
No, but they may know better. Like, if they don't return, here's the thing. Mercenaries go to a place, they can do a job or they can bodge it, that's fine. If they go to a place sent by the Count, they either come back with what they were supposed to have, or they better have a fucking good reason they came back. Otherwise, right on a stick. So,
Okay.
you can rest assured, if they travel all the way from Tarkaros to come here to get one bird, they're not going to stop until they have captured it. Or they're dead. But paying them off
Well, I'm
to
saying what is
leave empty-handed, I don't think so.
What does it cost to hire them?
Depends on the mercenaries. Everyone's got their own. I mean, over there's worked with a couple of them. There's the Black Feather Brigade. There's the Tuck Blades, and they always got them tucked under. They whip them out. There's the Whiplash Boys, a nasty bunch.
We're talking tens of coin for the Count.
Oh, to pay off the Count?
No, there's no paying off the Count.
Oh, the Count. He could buy the best. He could buy whoever he wants. So we're talking the Count tens of coins, please. He runs an entire country. The fuck. What does the fucking leaders of this city have? Bullshit amounts of money. That's what you're up against. He could have sent an army if he wanted to, but obviously he doesn't want to wage war, start war with the Immortal Emperor. Fuck that. So instead, he's sending a small group to do this probably quick and quiet.
All right. I don't want to worry her, so don't mention it. Like, she's going to be stressed by this.
We mentioned it once when she's not going to hear it anyway. We tried to warn her, and she's just didn't have any of it. And, Jerica says, I felt something when we were doing a ritual. I think something was watching us. And he goes, yeah, I felt that too.
Don't worry about that.
All right. Well, if there's anything else we can do to help, please let us know.
I will.
Yeah. And Jericho goes, and I've worked with a couple different mercenary groups, so if you find out who's coming, I might be able to give you a tip. They go back to you.
No, I know enough. I don't need to know more from them. All right. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. All right. Then, gang, do we all meet up in the plan room and do plans, plots, and schemes?
Oh,
Yeah.
can I use an one downtime activity, my other downtime activity, to
Sure.
secure some assets? And in this case, I want those assets to be replacement parts for a pylon.
So okay. All right. So like in the event, fuck, where would you get those? What are you?
You know who
what
would
are you
have
rolling?
that?
What are you rolling to get it?
Shit. Okay.
The Ironbiters would probably have that because they
Yeah.
own machine shops. Too bad they want you dead and they're pretty much all fucked now.
Yeah, but
I was
we
just gonna
need.
say, aren't most of them dead?
Most of them are probably that gang after what you guys had pulled, the Ironbiters had been dwindling and dwindling, and now that the bill hooks are gone, what is left of the Ironbiters is being destroyed by the Badgers. They're being it is open war. The Badgers have cleaned up the bill hooks after you annihilated the bill hooks. He killed and took them in, and now he's doing the same with the Ironbiters.
Oh, then I'm just gonna steal a shipment of goods that was finished production.
Okay. That's
I'm
fine.
just gonna steal the cart and the horse.
Awesome. Fucking A.
I'm just gonna like time it so that like when a skirmish is about to start,
Yes.
let them start fighting and just walk in, grab it, and leave.
Okay. All right. Roll to see how like good of the shit you get. Like prowl, probably.
I don't think I get any extra bonuses for obtaining things. So
I don't think so, unless somebody's helping.
4.
So they're all right. Not really. You don't really know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
You have some tinker, but Victor would probably know better.
Basically, I
but-
want a big spool of copper wire, and whatever else looks fancy.
You get all this shit, and you're like, Victor can probably MacGyver his way around.
I
this
bring it to
and
the
make
circus. I
work.
don't even bring it to the group. I just bring it
Yeah.
to the circus.
You tell Tang to just hold on to it.
Yeah, I say put this where it's easily accessible.
He's got his hands on his arms. He's in his outfit where it's like the vest with the knives on it.
Yeah, and I will hand him a bird skull with silver thread.
What's this for?
Just wear it.
Sparrow, you're not getting sweet on me, are you? And he puts it on. I didn't get anything for you. Is this an anniversary?
No,
Is this what anniversaries are like?
I don't know.
Huh.
Just wear the damn thing.
All right. It's ugly as fuck.
Thanks, my auntie made it.
Oh, your auntie made it.
All right,
She
and I
has-
walk away.
She has shite taste. Where'd you go? The fuck am I gonna do with a bunch of copper? Oh, I could sell it. And we leave that. So gang. Now, what are we doing? You guys probably hang out in the meeting room unless somebody wants to last minute go do a bunch of stuff. Does anybody have anything else?
I'm good. That was my 2 things.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So, our plan is to. So
Yeah,
what
well,
we need to do? Let's discuss our goal.
Not to
Our goal
die.
is to survive.
Mm,
Plan B, or Plan A, prevent the need. Remove Audie before Audie accomplishes Audie's goal.
yes.
Even if it's just. Is Audie a wanted person? Technically, no.
So, do any of you, as part of your info gathering, look into that whole situation and what the fuck's going on with the Scotland Liberation Front and Audie, and if he is like in the papers or anything?
Yeah, I think
That's probably not even.
Yeah.
I will obviously give you way more if you actually make it a part of your info gathering, but
Well-
I could say from reading a fucking newspaper,
Right.
you learn a few things. First of all, bam, let's say you slap a newspaper onto the table. Like Sparrow, you're like, is he wanted? Bam. Newspaper basically says it has his fucking picture drawn into it. And the headline, it has his picture and it has what looks like Mishka, Merciful Mishka's
Mhm.
picture. And it says, Skovlin, brave Skovlin routs out revolutionaries. And it basically goes into the article talks about how Mishka in an incredible and brilliant daring display was somehow able to get a hold of all of the explosives that the Scovian Liberation Front was planning to use, and she sabotaged them so that when they began to play with them, they blew them up themselves. It basically paints this ridiculous picture of the Scovian Liberation Front being so stupid that they blew themselves up, and Mishka's taking the credit for it, basically saying like, I did it, I saved everybody. And you can see that she has taken this and is running with it. Like now she's like shaking hands with
Titians.
like the head of the cities and shit like that. Yeah, like the I like to say that there's a council that controls the city. I know that in the
but there's
game it's
still
like a one
borough
guy.
councils.
Mhm.
This is like White Crown.
Okay,
Like-
so she's
like-
spending time in White Crown.
Oh yeah, like she
Which is where the king
skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Not the immortal emperor. He lives in
Yeah.
a different country. But the game says there's only like one ruler. I like the idea of like a council just because I think it's cool. But so she's shaking hands with all of them. Like she is obviously being awarded and congratulated for a job well done.
All right, so if we don't have to kill him. It might just simply be the easiest thing.
Yeah, but he is unaccounted for and hunted currently. His body was never discovered, so they are going after him.
But we have one piece of information they don't.
We need to be careful. Mishka is gonna look for him.
Yeah. And if we run across her, we say we were going to do you a favor.
Yes. Right. So
You're
We
too
need-
worried about that. We just
Hmm.
find him and we stop him. Now
Right.
everyone's looking for him, but they don't have Scarlet. And they don't have his destination.
no. So we need to be there to find him and get him off the street. Sound like a good plan?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the basis of our plan. We are in fact attempting an assassination, kind of.
Yes.
It's not so much an infiltration.
Mm-mm. You are attempting to stop someone before they can do a great harm to the city.
Yep.
Now, do you consult Ivan at all? Well, we can get to that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But so yes, we need information about if he had access to boats, because this is the pylon near water.
I believe it. I literally have my iPad over there, but let's say it is. Yes, because that sounds awesome. Let's say there's a nice big river that runs through the wall itself and
There
into
is.
the
It's
city.
the Dusk River runs into the city through the wall, right near Dunslow.
Really? Fuck yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you can just look on.
I could write this shit myself.
You could look at Roll20.
Oh, I forgot. I never know how to work this map. I really don't know how to do it.
You might have to zoom out.
It never works for me. So
'Cause
yeah,
You're probably on the map layer. Get off the map layer. So yes. Nope, you just moved the whole map.
Now you move the whole map.
You're on the
wait,
map
that
layer.
moves it for everybody else.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
You're
hold
on the map layer.
That's
Get
what we
off the
told you to
map
get
layer.
off.
Go to the
Is
different
this
line.
better? Did I make it better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh Jesus, Adventures in Roll20.
Did I zoom everybody out too?
Nope.
No,
If
No.
you're
you're
zooming,
fine.
it's just you. Get off. If you're not on the map layer, whatever's on the map layer will stay put.
I don't know how to get off the map layer.
So there's the in the upper left hand corner there's the pointer and then the paintbrush.
yeah.
There should also be something that GMs have that I don't have access to right now. I don't remember what it looks
All
like.
right. You know what? I'm just gonna not touch the map. How's that? Okay, let's continue. We'll do this another time. So what is it? So yes, there is a river that runs right in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know what he has, how big it is. We need to know. Okay, so we need to know where he ideally
Where he is, what it is.
where, what it is, and timing. I'm going to go scout the area,
Okay.
see if I can get any. I'm going to go scout his end, so everyone pick a task.
Ivan. Victor's gonna interrogate Ivan.
Victor,
Ivan-
you're on what it is.
Yep. Ivan built the thing.
Yep. He's
The other-
gonna interrogate him about it.
Ebony, if you can find any information any other way. He just lost a bunch of people, so you might know something about where he might grieve. I don't know. A lot of ghosts just got made.
Yeah. All right.
About 300.
Good grief.
She killed about 300 people.
So 2,712.
If you are I mean, I would say Mishka did that, but yes, he feels responsible for them. Okay. And then Scarlet?
I guess I can just track his movement.
Try to find him the good old fashioned way.
Find him the good old fashioned way, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So basically, we're gonna try to pincer him.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to Sparrow.
Mhm.
You go to the actual site where like near where the carnival is.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? What are you doing?
I'm looking for people who are out of place, equipment that is out of place. I'm looking for routes in and out to get to that pylon.
Okay. What
Uh,
would you use for all this?
Survey.
Survey? Okay.
This is exactly what survey does,
Okay.
and why I have been training my survey. I got a 6.
Very good. So,
Huzzah.
Yay!
first of all, while looking, is there, because this is, you asked me specific questions. So what you were asking me is paths in and out,
Yeah.
equipment that is out of place, and people that is out of place, correct? Okay. So equipment that is out of place. While you're searching around, making your way around there appears to be like this weird ride that they made. It's like a large mechanical thing, and it looks like they used parts from destroyed hulls to make a, you know, those like wacky octopus arm rides. They have one there, and people fucking love it because they're like, what, you know what I mean? And it's made out of like arms. It's kind of horrific to like really behold, and the noise is like, "Arr!" They're like the whole screaming while it's moving around, but people are like, yeah, and it's a lot of fun. And as you were kind of looking at that thing, you notice that by the base of the ride, where people just no one really pays much attention to maintenance these things or really gives a shit, there, it looks like there's a like a container or a panel that's supposed to shut, and it looks like bent and wedged, and you're like, weird, and you just get a glint of something. So as you make your way through, you dodge some of the ride. I'm gonna say probably easily. You probably just walk and like, you know, move past it, and you get to this thing, pop it open, and you find what appears to be a small like rifle, but it is definitely a war rifle. It's not something that anybody in the city really uses or carries regularly. It is a fat tube just with a trigger. And you're
Okay.
like, this is for grenades. Grenades go in that. So like as you look, you can see that there are 3 grenades packed into this thing. This was like a stash box. One
Okay.
of their stash boxes. You also notice, because you found this, you find what appears to be like a small S carved into it, kind of slash like. So now you know of a sign to look for to start looking for other things. So
All right.
that's, you found a stash box, and then you want paths as well. Or did you have a different question?
No, I can flash back to messing with the stash box later.
Okay, then when it comes to paths, not so much. Everything in and out of this place is pretty clear. There's a lot of ways in and out.
Yeah,
The
it's
problem with
very-
Dunslow is it's like, so they have the choice of underground tunnels, alleyways, fucking abandoned buildings in and out, the river. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad in that way. Like there's no way you guys could cover everything or every path in and out of this place. Not to mention things that maybe you haven't seen. Maybe ghost doors. You don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like there's tons of shit. However, you do see what appears to be, there is a stall, like a food stall that has an S carved into the table. As you went over to probably just grab like a drink or something, you look down and you're like, fuck, somebody carved an S just harmlessly into the wood kind of thing. As the guy was getting a drink, he's like, okay, here you go, and he gives you like a cup of water.
I tap on it and say, keep the faith.
We are closing.
And I walk away.
He closes up quickly. Maybe if 300 of his fellow have not just died horribly, he would be more open to that, but you have just
No, I wanted him spooked.
Yeah, you may have spooked him and scared him off from his post. No grenade rifle for me.
Sure. Grenade rifle for you. Sure.
No, I said no grenade rifle for me
Okay.
because you took it away.
No, I didn't. I left it there.
I'm sorry, somebody just said me.
Yes, but we could put some of our cutters like at that stall or other
Yeah.
locations.
That's what I was thinking, was put some of our, may as well. We have them, why not use them?
Yeah, we'll use our cutters in this.
Yeah.
Basically replace the guy that you just scared away.
with
Um,
what's his face? Bob? No,
It's Bill and Kyle.
Kyle.
Yeah,
Kyle.
Kyle's the decent fighter. Bill's the badass. Like
Yeah,
big
Bill's a
motherfucker.
badass fighter, but like he's not. He's been a boxer for years, so not gonna count on his intuition and.
No, he's a hammer you throw at things, and
Yeah.
he'll destroy whatever you throw it at.
But
Yeah.
I'll put Kyle at the
Few
stall.
few cells may have gotten a little loose after being knocked about.
Yeah, he stopped fighting. Yeah. So, sure, you can. I'll say we can see them like talking to you, like, all right, and we can say that that's set up.
Yeah.
So is that good for you, Sparrow?
That's it.
Okay, cool. Let's go to Scarlet.
All right.
Hitting the streets.
Yeah, hitting the streets.
What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Well, maybe we should actually go to Ivan first.
Let's do
Okay.
Ivan first because that would probably give more information potentially on like
Narrow down.
where
Okay.
he could be hiding.
Victor,
Yep.
you are interrogating Ivan. He is nervously sitting there. Where do you have him? What are you doing?
So it's gonna be in the workshop. When he asks him in, he's gonna close the door, lock it. Then,
What are you doing?
oh, nothing.
Are you mad, Victor?
No, that was the first night I saw you. No, not I'm not mad at you.
All right.
I'm disappointed, really.
That's worse.
Disappointed that you gave a very dangerous thing to a very dangerous person.
I thought he was going to use it for something that the government was building, like some stupid shield around their house or some bullshit. I didn't think he was fucking stupid or crazy enough to do it on the wall, but kind of makes sense, really. Now that I think of it, like in hindsight, Victor, in hindsight, I can see. Yes, yeah.
And then he smacks him across the face.
Why do you do it? It hurts so much.
Because you
Are
don't.
you wearing rings? It's awful.
It's actually the metal gauntlet he has on. I need to know what does the device do, Ivan, and
Alright.
also where he would use it.
Well, he would most likely use it against one of the pylons, which I don't know, but any of them would work. He will have to get inside of it. There is, I do not know if you have experience with them. The city had me maintenance on them a few times. This is why he hired me. But you can actually go inside. They're huge, massive things, like buildings, bigger than buildings, massive structures. So you go inside and there is he will have to get up. There is either stairs or there is an elevator, a lift that will take you up, and he must reach the central sort of. I would not say it is a control center. It's more like a reactor for it. It is where much of the Leviathan blood is pumped from the bottoms. It is pumped to this room and pumped into this large chamber. He needs to put it against this large chamber, or near it at least. It could be anywhere in that room. I do not know. But he needs to put it in there, and then it charges, and then he turns it on. And what it will do is it will affect the wall. It will essentially reverse it. Yeah. It will suck it in instead of allowing the electricity to spread. It is all just in here, and if that happens for too long, it will destroy the entire reactor and destroy the pylon. And if you destroy the pylon, then you're just fucked because you will have to repair it while ghosts are biting.
So you made a bomb that's also battery.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad idea. Very good.
I was always better with electronics than you. You know, the things that are electrical and current and whatnot.
Yes,
You are better with the explosions. I am better with, these things.
Yes, no, it is a good idea. Smack across the face. That's for making it.
I think you made my lip. I'm going to get a fat lip now. I bit my lip, you bastard.
Oh, you'll be fine.
So he must get this thing inside of the pylon. The problem, or the good part, Victor, is that I can disarm it. Or rather, I can tell you how to disarm it. That's why I do not need to be in danger.
Yes, that would probably be best for all. So tell me how to disarm, and I'll tell where they should look.
Okay. Now, here is where I want you to roll. What are you going to roll for?
For this, so here's the
In
thing.
order to, like, understand what... Because his shit's complex.
Well, so I'm feeling like it needs to be rec in this situation because I need to apply the best. I need to apply every ounce of how do I circumvent every technological obstacle that exists in both the pylon and that device.
Yes. Okay.
Risky
Roll.
standard?
Not in this case. It would be, I guess, because of the possible outcomes. But for right now, it's controlled because you are in a safe and friendly environment.
Okay, so
Controlled standard.
Control standard.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Controlled limited.
Limited.
This one. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
let's
doing
see.
this to you because this is some heavy complex shit.
I feel like I need to push myself here. Yeah, I'll push myself. I'll boost the effect to standard for that instead of giving extra dice.
Okay.
All right, let's see what I get. Oh.
I believe we had a.
You have a
We do have a reroll.
Okay.
You have a reroll. Do you want to use it on there? This is a pretty
Yeah,
important part of
this
the
is a pretty important part. I don't want to actually die if I can help it.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna try this again, and I'm gonna use and okay, fives.
Better.
Okay, I'll take fives.
There
I'll
we
take
go.
the fives.
So he begins to explain. You get the gist. It has to be manually disarmed because computers and shit don't exist. It is tricky. It will at the very best take you a little while to do this.
Mhm.
So somebody has to watch your back while you do it, or someone has to keep them from shooting and killing you if you all end up there at the same time, or someone has to keep ghosts from eating you or something. Once the thing is on. Another problem is that it is basically trapped. To try to disarm it, like before it's activated, it's actually more difficult to disarm it before it's activated because that will trigger a failsafe that will just blow it the fuck up. The good news being, if you are able to get to it before he does this, you can probably like blow it up out on a boat somewhere or something. But it's just very This is a very dangerous fucking machine. He built it to do what it does, and then Adi had it worked on to fuck with it even more. But at the very best case scenario, it will take you a while to undo it, but you think you can. But it really has to be you to disarm it. And nobody else here has the technical know-how to actually tinker that thing into a not working order.
Okay.
The pylon, also, you wanted to know something about the pylon. So they are dangerous just because of the electrical currents that run through them and the kind of machinery that's inside of them. But they don't have any like ghosts or anything like that. They usually have like one or two guards inside of them that run like 24-hour shifts. You know what I mean? Where there's sometimes one, sometimes two people guarding inside of it. It's usually a warden.
Okay.
That's like the shitty shift for wardens. That's like the shit detail for them.
It's like all right, you're
on duty.
It's like you're on pylon, dude. Oh man.
Yeah. So you do know that there is someone inside of those things, just kind of hanging out there.
All right, sounds cool.
Okay.
So I
But now
relate-
you know how to disarm the bomb.
Yep, and I relay where the device would be used, and so it kind of help. And
In
I'll tell
there.
that to Scarlet.
Okay. So Scarlet, you know that information.
Okay. Yeah, I guess go over there and just try to like get an idea of how many people could be involved and, see if he's there, all that.
You know what? I'm sorry. I can give you one more thing. Because of the nature of the conductivity of the thing, it needs to have water inside of it. It needs salt water inside of it. So he may be keeping it in a place near water.
Maybe keeping it. Okay.
Just to give you more options of what you want to do and where you want to go.
I guess.
So you can like go to the docks or the.
Yeah, I was gonna say start with the docks and kind of just, if possible, circle.
Okay, so you're gonna use hunt.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're looking for anybody that looks like Skovlin Liberation Front.
Yep.
Okay.
Anybody, if I can spot him, that'd be great. But if not,
go ahead.
Controlled.
Risky.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Risky
makes
standard.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
2 5s.
Okay.
That's better than.
All right. So walking around, you stalking the rooftops of the streets. I know you like rooftops, but streets, and you do have your cat. If you want your cat running around too, looking for him.
In this case, I'm gonna go with streets, but
Okay.
I would probably see about getting people to help me, like, not be as disguised, basically, if possible.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're wandering around incognito a little bit more, kind of like a heavy coat and a knit cap, probably to work, blend in at the docks like a dock worker. And as you're walking around, you do find what appears to be somebody. You look at them, and you see them. It's like two guys talking to each other, and they kind of look around, and they go in, and as they start moving into this alleyway, the one guy looks this way, and it looks like he has fresh, like, burns on his neck and his face a little bit, like fresh. And you're like, a bunch of like incendiary bombs just went off. Could be something to check out. And Ember is currently looking around, searching for the same kind of shit. Do you want to follow those people, or do you want to wait until Ember returns with his clues?
I'll go ahead and follow.
Okay. You go to the alleyway, and they are talking. As you listen in, I'm gonna say you're stealthy enough to you hunt. This is what you do. This is your prey. And as you're kind of stalking around the corner, listening, they are Skovlin, and they are speaking in Skovlin, which I don't think you know.
No.
And as they're speaking, you do hear, and you're like, "Fuck, man! I wish Victor was here." And you recognize they say Skovlin like a few times, Skovlin, and one of them says, though I would say that the word for explosions, because this is just
Victor.
the nature of, because of Victor. Yeah. This will create, and whatever that word is, he's said it many times. And you see that one of them, he's talking, and the other one calms down, and he goes, blah, 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 and he takes out of his coat, and he has what appears to be a nice, a new 2-shot pistol, and he's like going over it, and you look at that, and it's in fine working condition, and you know that Victor had just repaired a bunch of weapons for them. These guys might be who you're looking for.
Is the alley closed off?
Yes. They were in a dead end. And it's it's the docks. Like, nobody gives a shit if people are getting hurt at the docks.
I kind of want to tail them a little bit longer.
How do you even pronounce that, Kevin? Vizruv.
Vizriv.
You
And I'm
tail
probably
them,
butchering that. So.
you tail them a little longer?
Mhm.
Okay. As you watch them, they go back to work on the docks, which is where they work. So now they're just moving crates. Do you wait their whole shift? Do you just like?
Yeah, I was thinking wait
Okay.
their whole shift. I want to try to, like, see if I can get like a where things could be.
At that point, Ember returns, and Ember has something in his mouth, and he drops it on the floor, and it's a grenade. It's the pin is in it, but you're like, what? Like it just drops it at your feet, and like,
I'll pick it up, pocket it so he doesn't mess with it
and Ember starts
anymore,
walking away and turning
and I'll
around.
follow.
looking-
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah. Okay, so you follow Ember. You follow as Ember makes his way gracefully through the docks and through alleyways, and he goes up a fire escape. At one point, he like ghosts up the first one and then makes his way up, and you see him staring in a window. Yeah, we will soon.
I'll go ahead and climb and try to see. I feel like I'd have to like roll a prowl to not be noticed,
Okay, yeah, do it.
potentially.
Yeah, let's have fun. Do it. Well, risky standard.
All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and push myself.
Okay. Nice.
It's a crit.
Nicely done.
You like a fucking predator just up to where there are people in this room. You see them through the window and they just don't even notice you at all. As you get completely on to the fire escape unnoticed. It looks like a bunch of gentlemen playing cards. There's about 3 of them playing cards with each other, and you see that there is a lot of armaments in there. There's guns, there's grenades, there's weapons. And these men are all Scovelin. And the cat looks at you. And that's where we'll take our break. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We will come back.
Right. Yep. All right, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes. Just give us, and we'll see you soon. So we'll just wait for until we go
video.
back.
Bye.
Video.
Yep.
Bye.
There will be a video at the end. Yep.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing sponsors. We're now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people use Roll20's virtual tabletop to power their favorite games. And with more modules than you can shake a stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits.
Go. We're live!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Blades in the Dark. Our team here is currently involved in trying to rout out a revolutionary before he can blow up one of the pylons controlling the lightning wall that keeps all the cannibal ghosts out. If you've just arrived, that's all very confusing to you, and I'm not just going to explain it. You're just going to have to deal with that. So, gang, let's stop cannibal ghosts from destroying the city and keep the pylons safe. We left off with Scarlet as she was looking towards one of the revolutionaries, or tracked one of them down, it looks like, to a den of them. It looks like there is about 3 men sitting in a room full of guns, just playing cards, and as your cat hissed and you like, oh shit, because you are right there, we are going to cut away from you. And we're actually going to cut over to, we'll come back, but we're going to cut over to Evany.
Yes.
Evany, you were going to search for some of the ghosts of the recent bombings. Is that correct? Where
Yes.
most of the revolutionaries have been killed by Merciful Mishka. Where do you go to do this? Near the homes of some of them?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So I will say we'll just pick one. Let's say we go to one in Crow's Nest because it's there. Or let's say Dunslow. Let's say you go to one in Dunslow, because that's nearer to the thing. But so you go to one of the homes, and it just decimated. But it looks like a controlled explosion. Like only the. So it's like those houses are all packed very close together in Dunslow.
Yeah.
This blew out only that home. It looks like it only destroyed like they knew what they were doing when they made these bombs, and it killed only the people inside. The explosion seemed to be pointed that way and didn't go that way through the walls. It was like almost directed to just shrapnel kill anyone inside the house, but didn't actually. Yeah. And how are you reaching out? What are you doing?
I'm just going to go ahead and attune and see what I see.
Okay. So go ahead.
So, risky standard?
Always risky, because I always think that attuning to harmful areas, and this is a harmful area, it's always risky. Yeah. So risky, great.
Oh, okay.
Yep, because this is freshly after the incident. Yeah.
Alrighty. I got
Excellent.
6.
As you become one with the Force, Dunslow is loud. Dunslow is very loud. Normally, and now it's very loud with ghosts. There are things crawling underneath you in the tunnels. There are not people but spirits weeping in the building next door. And in this building, you do get the sense of what seems like 3 spirits are inside the building. It looks like they're huddled together, sitting in the dilapidated, destruction, burnt down husk of this home.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
either enter the home or you could try to coax them out.
I'm gonna try to coax them out. I don't
Okay.
think going in there would be a good idea.
Okay, we can make that part of your tune roll. So as
Okay.
you, what do you say? How do you call them out?
I need to talk to you.
One of the forms moves and pitters away from the other 2. One of them looks like they like try to go for him, but he's too fast. A small form pops out, and it looks like it is a child. The ghost of a child, maybe about 10 years old.
Okay.
What do you want?
Do you know Adi?
Do I know Oddie?
Yeah.
Uncle Oddie? Yeah, I know Uncle Oddie. And a larger spirit comes out, and it is that of a large Skovlan man, and actually also probably husky Skovlan woman, as they're like Viking blood. So they come out and he goes, "That's enough now. What do you want?"
I need to know where he is.
You want Oddie?
Yes.
What do you want Oddie for? He goes, "That's enough." You want to kill him?
I want to stop him. A lot more people are going to get hurt if he does what he thinks he's going to.
He looks to the lightning walls. Good. Fuck these people. Fuck this city. They were never kind to us. Now we are dead. Good. Then they will suffer same fate.
You want more people to suffer the same fate you did.
These people are our enemies. Giving into the Empire. Fuck them.
Okay.
Look what they did to us. Look what they did to my home. To my family. Now we will what? Feed on people to survive? Yeah.
I can stop that happening to more people.
Why should I care? The wife, looking at you and looking at the husband. How many people? What is he planning on doing?
He's going to take down the lightning walls.
Really?
Yes.
She hits her husband on the shoulder. Well, sort of great. And they start arguing in like Skovlan. And he goes, "For God, and they start yelling. And the little boy is just sitting there kicking rocks. And she goes, "You letting all of city die? Why? For pride?" And he's like, "Not for pride. It's principles." God, principle. What do you need to know? This is fucking stupid. We'll not let everyone else die. How many more children must die for this nonsense? And he's like, "Woman, don't you woman me. What is it? What do you want to know?"
I need to know where Adi is.
Yeah. Oddie hangs out at the docks.
All right.
I do not know
Do you
which
know-
building,
All right.
but I know he's at the docks. What building is he in? He goes, "I will not tell you." She goes, "I will not tell you." He is fucking you, so you will not get it out of him. He is, tough but stupid.
Okay. Is there anything else you can tell me?
I always thought Oddie was a little fucked in the head, to be honest. This is a man who, I don't know, when I hear him speak, he gets drunk. He would speak and roar about revolution. He will go down with his fucking ship. He is proud. He's not proud, he's stupid. I guess I'm proud. Yeah, he's proud and stupid. He's both. He's okay. You can be both.
That's true.
But I do not think will stop. Audi will never stop. You try to stop him, you are in for a fucking fight. You try to talk him down to convince him, he has heard it before, politicians and liars. Audi will not stop until he is dead or we are free.
Do you see death as freedom? Are you free now?
And he turns around and goes back into the destroyed home. And the wife is
Right.
just left kind of shrugging. It is now our life, is now what we must do. Whatever I do, I must keep him alive. Well, I must keep him going. I guess sane. That is our biggest trouble now. That we will
Yes.
lose our minds. It will not happen, not to my family.
I wish you well.
Is there anything you can do to help us?
Would I know if I could do anything for them?
You're thinking, and you're like, there's maybe a few rituals that could strengthen the area around their home, kind of protect them from wandering horrors that may eat souls. Yeah, you could do something like that, but it would require your energy and your time.
Okay. Not right now. I'm sort of on a time limit.
I understand. It's okay. We will make our own.
If I survive this coming fight, I will come back and I will help you.
Okay. We will see.
Thank you.
Come here. And she ushers the boy inside of the destroyed home. As you watch them go inside, Scarlet, what do you do?
Is the window open or closed?
It is unlocked, but it is closed. It's still kind of cold out. It's like winterish now.
I'm gonna kind of look at Ember, pull
Ember's
the
like-
grenade out of my pocket, the one that Ember brought. Just give Ember a look, like, hey, you need to move, sort of a thing.
He and goes back down,
Um,
like kind of knowing what you're about to do.
I'm going to slide the window open,
Mm-hmm. Your prowl was really good, so yep.
pull the pin on the grenade, toss it in, and dip as fast as I can.
So you slide open, probably like with a knife on, like, get it
Mhm.
open, and you're just standing there. You're like in view, but they are all like they are talking to each other, and you're just it's your like figure in the window as you.
Is there a way I could try to aim for some of the other explosives?
Sure, wreck probably or whatever you want. Really
Hmm.
study. I don't know however you want to roll for it to make this even more than just. Because it's the room's full of stuff. It's full of dangerous shit.
How close are the closest explosives? Because I could almost argue skirmish if it's close.
It's right
Or
across
like
the
a
room.
quick.
It would really no matter the explosions are just a accurate toss away, an accurate hand toss. Just whoop, just roll that bitch across the floor, and it'll get there.
All right. Well, if I don't have to roll for that, I'll just pull the pin, toss it in, and Dip.
You pull the pin, toss it. As they're playing cards, the chips that they're playing with, like little copper coins, get scattered as the grenade and spins as they all. And one of them looks to the open window as you are just gone. You're not even there anymore. And as you are walking out of the alleyway, we just see the window blow out and explode. And as that explodes, you probably instinctively start looking around. You hear shouts and yelling, and very soon, in probably about 30 to 45 seconds, one of the larger warehouses opens up, and a carriage hauls ass out of one of the warehouses right there. You flushed him out. And as
Awesome.
they're like, like fuck that, and hauling ass.
All right, awesome. I'm gonna trail.
On what? Your feet?
Uh,
You could.
Commandeer a goat.
yeah, I was gonna say, is it possible for
Hop
me
on
to
a
just
goat?
like commandeer like a carriage or something?
Yeah, you want to hop
Just
on
like
and steal
as a-
one?
Yeah.
What are you rolling to steal it? Skirmish or probably?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Fucking
roll
punch him in the face.
skirmish. Just punch him in the face and go.
Roll it. Risky standard. So
Mixed.
as you get up and you punch, and this guy's like a hardy docker goes, oh, what the fuck? And he grabs like your face, and you're like, and you just start punching him more in the face as he's like, oh, God. It takes a little longer than you'd like to get him out, and people are like, what the fuck? But you like roll him over, and Ember hops up on your shoulders, you and start like hauling ass with your cart. Okay, guys, so we have some information now. But because someone decided to blow up a room full of guys with a grenade.
Well, now we know when,
the
and it's
chase is
now.
on.
Yeah.
Yep, when is happening right now. So,
when is now?
so,
Wait, where is now?
who's on first?
What's on second?
I don't know, third base.
So you
Oh.
oh, somebody fell or something downstairs. So you are hauling ass. There's a big cart chase going on right now in the streets. Is there any way that you guys know how to signal each other, how to talk to each other? Any way that you guys would know that this is going down right now?
I pick up my cell phone. No.
I would
thing.
probably since Scarlet probably had to go to a little bit more dangerous of a location. Victor probably would have handed her a signal flare.
Okay,
Fire
like
that
it.
sucker off.
So as you and in the darkness of the eternal night, you see this bright red flare like arc in the sky. And Victor, as you are going over blueprints with Ivan, you're like one of the spies like opens up the door, Victor, and
How
he's
would the
saying
spy have seen
How
it?
does the spy see it when they're all
people-
blind?
people are yelling that there's a fucking that somebody shot a flare off. That doesn't happen. What the fuck is
Okay,
that?
fair.
Who
All
fires a
right,
flare off in the middle of a city? That's just weird. Like,
fair.
you know, people are saying there's a fucking flare going off. So you know that that's happening. Sparrow, you're probably still at the carnival.
Yeah, I'd probably be in that area until.
Yeah. And Evany, you're there. So the only person who's not in the immediate area is the only person who can actually disarm the fucking thing. So he's on his way.
Should we
But
do
it
an
does-
engagement roll, or are we good?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. You want to just roll something to see? I don't even know what it would really mean at this point because it was sort of you flowed right into it.
Yeah.
Because you blew stuff up. So
I mean, we could see like how far we resolve the issue of meeting on time and getting
yeah,
to
like
that
the
pylon.
meetup.
yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. All
All
right,
right.
yeah, do that.
All right, so let's
Who
figure.
wants to roll it?
I rolled last time.
Kevin.
Okay.
So we start off with one dice, and then
Mm-hmm.
we have to go through the whole thingamer. This is definitely not an infiltration. This definitely is not an infiltration.
No, I would consider this a sabotage, though,
Oh, okay.
which I think is part of your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Closer
Mm-hmm.
to it.
I mean, originally, that is the original plan, is to sabotage his bomb, his explosive. This is no longer an assassination mission. This is now a
Right.
sabotage mission. So you get nothing for assassination. You do get a +1 for sabotage.
Okay. So for that, all right. So let's see. Let's go through the thingama. Is this operation particularly daring and or bold?
Yes.
Yeah.
You were trying to disarm a bomb in the middle of a lightning rod.
Yeah.
And right on the other side is an army of cannibal ghosts just ready.
Yep. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
I would say yes because of what you particularly need to do.
Okay, so that's a
Like-
wash.
Yeah.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
Yes, because you have a detailed plan as to how to disarm that fucking thing.
Okay,
It's hard though. It's complicated, but you know how to do it.
Okay.
As
We
opposed
also
to just
made them act before they were ready.
yes, they are rushed now. You
Okay.
also took away some of their. You took away my grenade rifle.
Okay, so that
I'm
means
grumpy
they
about that.
have no particular
No, it's
defense.
still there.
Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, good. Thank you. I did not know. All right. Go on.
Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special precautions, or preparations? I'm sorry.
I don't. That's a tricky one. There's always something. I always throw something at you.
True, but is it like something that's already like they already knew we were coming or anything
No,
like that?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Can any of our friends or contacts provide aid or insight in this operation?
We've got our cutters.
All right.
Yep.
So that's a
Yep.
+1. Do we have any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
Not that we
No.
know of.
Just the Scoville Liberation Front.
Okay. Any other elements that the GM wants to give?
No.
No, if that's fair. So how many dice did we end up with, Kevin?
3.
3? All right. Here we go.
I got a 6.
Yeah!
Yay.
It's not a crit, but it's a 6. That's still important.
Yeah.
It means our first rolls are
Control.
are easier.
Yeah, we entered into a controlled situation, so it's not as detrimental.
You are gonna get fucking your shit stomped. So, I'm gonna say, Victor,
Mm-hmm.
you're hauling ass, and you are trying to get there as fast as you can. You have all the equipment that you need necessary, as well as maybe an extra thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
They are ahead of you, Scarlet. They're probably going to get to that carnival before you do. It looks like the cart is kind of, there's a big black tarp on it, and there's something like covered that you can't quite like get a shot off on who's on the cart. And as you are riding, you do see the lights of the carnival approaching. You guys saw the flare as well. Ebony, did you make your way straight for the carnival? Or are
Yeah.
you on the road? Okay, cool. So you're at the carnival. You meet up with Sparrow. Do you guys want to set anything up? You have a minute.
There's no time to set anything up, and anything we would set up, we can do with flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
So,
Mm-hmm.
boom, they come hauling ass into the carnival, splashing the mud with their tires. People are like, "What the fuck?" and jumping out of the way. You see this cart that they're driving is big. There's something covered in a tarp, and as they haul ass, they're hauling ass right for the pylon. They're just going straight down the thoroughfare. As they do, Sparrow and Ebony, from whatever vantage point you want to be at, you do see men hopping out from underneath that tarp and running to positions. Basically, they do have guns.
Can I do a minor flashback to have gotten some like blockages in the path? If you
Yeah.
wanted to go directly, could I have them moved some shit around? Told
Yeah,
the
it's-
strong man to set up here today
Yes, and he's sitting there lifting
with his
barrels.
400-pound weights.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there, hop, hop, and they're like, "What the fuck?" So they have to turn really quick, and that means one of the guys wasn't able to get in the position. They have to cut off. It's gonna take them a little bit longer and not go down the path that they really wanted to go down. Or were you trying to bring the carriage to a complete halt?
If I can, you know what? Maybe this would be a roll of what's my maybe a sway roll, which I'm not great at.
I would say, how about this? It slows them down long enough that you can do something if you'd like, but they may just kill him and run him over and just, you know what I mean? They're desperate. This is not like a whoa.
But what I really wanted was metal obstructions, so a cart
Oh, you want to make sure their cart can't go past.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. So how about this? How about the strongman's there, and the only avenues that they can cut off to, there is like big heavy construction equipment that Tang has made sure that his people have parked. One is like the fortune teller's like caravan thing is there, like, hey.
Yeah,
And
I
the
tried
other
very
one is
much
like,
not to involve Tang, but I did ask some people to move around.
yeah, okay. And then there's a bunch of crates with like animals, so they're looking around, and who the one driving, who you can tell is Adi, and he goes positions, and he hops off and rips the tarp off of the. Now they're a good distance away from the pylon, but he rips the tarp off, and you can see that there was actually metal kind of wiring where the tarp was over to give room to hide the people that were in there, as well as a small device that he grabs, and he whips it onto his back, and like and he whips out a gun and starts making his way with a team of about 5 men, as 4 of them scatter and go into the carnival, guns loaded.
I want to bump into Audie.
You want to bump into him?
Like,
Okay.
I want here's
You
how
want him
a
to run into
professional
you?
thief would do it. I want him to push me out of his way.
That's beautiful. I like that. Okay, what are we
And
doing?
I want to do something to that pack.
It's
No,
complex.
It is complex, like, and I don't see any part where if I pulled it off, it wouldn't work anymore.
That's what I meant by it. It's not easy to disarm.
Yes.
It will
Now, here's the
require a
thing.
while.
But are his tools?
His tools?
The tools to set up the device.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably has some
Nice.
shit in his pockets. Sure, you can take something.
Yeah, I want to make sure he goes into that room expecting to have tools that he doesn't have.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so
This
what do
is
we-
a finesse all the way.
Oh,
awesome.
I'm gonna push
Desperate.
myself. Yeah, because it's
Desperate standard. Desperate standard, yeah.
it's finesse. I'm gonna push myself, so take 2 stress. Let's see. Do I have anything fun? I might be able to do that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead, and it is desperate standard.
Okay.
Desperate submit. 1 extra die. Making sure I don't have anything else that would apply. No. I got a 6.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh my god.
Nice.
2, 1, 2, and a 6. That pushing yourself. That's what fucking did it.
Mhm.
So as you kind of like wander in his way, he fucking just like forearm checks you, and he's like, out of the fucking way, and he hits you as you're like, whoa, whoop. And as he knocks you, you're able to sweep something out of his fucking pocket, and you don't even really know what you have, but you kind of have Tinker. So you look at it, and it is some device that looks like it is meant to like it's like a reverse. It's like a Jaws of Life kind of thing, like a small jaw, like you crank it and it opens something that's very hard to open otherwise.
Yeah.
So you're like, good, he'll have a hard time opening something.
That's all that matters. Like,
Yeah, a while of struggling. He continues with his men on their way. At this point, Scarlet, you were behind the carriage, and you did see the men get off. Adi and his men they were sort of obscured by the nonsense. You could pop a shot at him if you want, but he's got that thing on his back, which will make a big boom. But
and it will
there's
cause a
4 other
ruckus.
men.
That's
There's
not really.
yeah. there's-
Yeah, no, I'm going for one of the guys first.
Okay, yeah. There's 4 guys who started to split off into like strategic positions within the carnival. Is there anything that you?
I'm just gonna pop a shot at one of them and
Okay.
try to go for like kneecap, leg, something to trip him up, incapacitate.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So what are you using?
Hunt.
Roll that shit.
Yeah. Risky standard.
Desperate.
Desperate.
Yeah, this is all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Split second shit is desperate. Desperate standard. Let's see what you get.
5.
5-2-2-2. Man, these rolls are dangerous today. So I'm gonna say you're able to like whip out. You stand up on your cart, like 1 foot on the front, and just BOOM! And fire. You firing with your pistol or your rifle? How you laying down? How you laying the smack?
We're gonna go with the pistol. Easier to just whip out, grab, then take back the reins.
You fire, ripping through one of their legs as they're running. And he's like, "Oh, fucking Diablo!" And he starts yelling, and he takes out his rifle and like starts firing off at you as you're just like fuck him. You know what I mean? Like fuck you. As you're just standing on the cart, you hop off. And they are starting to like, they now see you as a threat. Like, oh no, bad guy, and they are lining you up. Victor, well, Ebony, what do you do?
Oh,
Yeah, weird, right?
I don't even know.
Ebony, there are so many undead life signs from beyond that fence. The fence kind of fucks with your head. It probably like, oh shit, you're near one of the lightning things. You get -1 to attune. No matter what you do here, it sucks ass. But you have a sword.
Great. I do. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use that sword.
Yeah, start killing some Scovelin guys. You want to go after Audie and his elite group, or do you want to go after the 4 chuckleheads that are running around?
I'm gonna go after one of the chuckleheads just because.
Okay,
So
roll that shit. So it's for you. It can be skirmish or finesse. However,
I use
whatever
finesse.
you use. Okay, yeah, use finesse. That kind of makes sense.
yeah, risky or desperate.
It's desperate
Okay.
standard. But you will get +1 from the sword and +2 from your deal with the devil.
Yep. And
So you're
actually,
super good at swords.
before I run into battle, I'm going to use one of my cards. I'm going to use Queen of
Ah.
Swords
Okay,
and
give me
add
one.
another die to that.
That's +4.
Yes.
Jesus fuck.
That's a lot of dice.
So
Hi,
many
you
guys.
made me a good swordswoman.
I didn't even realize we could even add that much dice. Oh my god.
Sparrow and Scarlet. This is what you behold. Ebony, tell us the tale of your ridiculous sword fighting massacre nonsense.
So-
as 2, because you got a crit, 2 of the Scovelin are making their way towards you, like get out of the way, and they're like yelling at you and they see you take out the sword, and they're like, oh, and they take out their guns and start pointing them at you. What do you do?
So before I draw my sword, I would reach into my bag and take out the card, and you see it just sort of flicker, and it vanishes, and then she pulls out this beautiful katana and goes in swinging.
Does your sword fighting have any particular kind of style or flair to it?
It's Japanese.
It's like kendo?
Yep.
Oh fuck. So you're taking off limbs. You are
Yes.
removing shit.
Yes.
As one of them goes and fires, and as you take it, he fires you and cut the fucking bullet out of the air. As he goes and you cut the gun in half as you like, and then just swipe up, cutting his head clean from his shoulders.
Yep.
And as the other guy like fires and the bullet like flies past you, you spin around and just cut like through his like stomach and midsection as he and quick, clean, and efficiently both of these men drop before
Yep.
you as you just like, and you have never felt anything like that. And as you hold the sword, the blade kind of wet, you turn the blade and you see those dark, depthless eyes and the red coals burning in the face of the crooked man, and you hear, yes. Now then, Victor, you're hauling ass to the streets. You're making your way towards the carnival. You're getting to the carnival.
I'm at
As
the
you-
carnival.
You're at the carnival. As you arrive, as you pull into the carnival, you're but Actually, no, I'm sorry. As you are arriving at the carnival, 2 carts cut in front. Each of these carts unload with a whole bunch of fucking Skovlins. There's maybe about 10 between both of them, so
Mhm.
5 to each cart, and you're like, fuck. They kind of block your way, not on purpose, but they don't know who you are, but it looks like some of them are blocking, stopping anybody from entering the carnival. Sparrow, you see this. All you guys see this. They created their own blockade to try to stop people. Looks like they had to do this quick. They weren't able to set this up ahead of time because you scared them. So that they are basically trying to come in mass now in the tail of Adi. You got to get in there, Victor. Is it just you? Did you bring Ivan with you? Did you bring anybody with you, or is it just you?
It's just me.
You have there's like, I'm gonna say 5 guys stationed and 5 more going in. You guys can help him too. How do you guys? I'm gonna say 2 as the whole group. You guys can just sort of call out shots. How do you get rid of this blockade, or how do you guys get, more specifically, how do you get Victor into the carnival so that he can make his way?
So Victor would probably have solved this by obviously having one of his various and many pre-made explosives already ready to go.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
so
Point him towards the side entrance.
Oh yeah, okay.
The stage door. The performance.
Enter stage left.
Well, what I mean is, if you want to go through one of the other entrances, you're gonna have to turn the cart around and go all the way around. If you want a straight shot to Adi, then you need to go through this way. If you want to go the other way, that's fine, but you'll buy Adi more time.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
Victor would definitely just be like, well, I got to use these things today. And so he's gonna basically
Sparrow's pointing. You're like, fuck it. They need to get out of my way.
so we're gonna this is a more concussive device, so it's not meant to kill. It might
Yeah, it's not shrapnel, but
it's not shrapnel. It's not a frag, it's just a concussive grenade. But when you launch it at high speeds through a rail gun.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. Are you aiming kind of at the ground where these men are?
Well, because the concussive force should be, and the speed and velocity should be enough to actually uproot the carriages and everybody on them and near them.
So you're rolling wreck, I assume?
Oh, yes. We're rolling wreck on this.
Roll that wreck.
Risky standard or
because they don't immediately think of you as a hostile, then sure. No, let's make everything desperate, because this is like, get out of my fucking way.
This is pretty desperate. Okay.
So desperate standard.
All right, desperate standard. Did we get any? I'm trying to look back on my sheet here. Hold on.
For the railgun?
Oh yeah, it's +2 on wreck. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good gods.
The railgun's a monster.
Yeah. There's a 5 though.
Okay. So because of its smaller frame that you compacted, it's not quite as potent. But if you do recall, I believe Ebony struck it with lightning last time, causing it to be even more powerful. Is that why you got the +2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think normally it's just a +1, but I think that was a +2. So you and you launch it like fuck, like God, as it, and you launch this this cartridge, this small explosion, this concussive explosion that you made straight at the ground, and it just fucking blows both of the carts kind of launch this way, flipping. The 5 men that were stationed there just go into the fucking air as you don't even slow down. I'm gonna say you were whipping the cart, you stood up, launched it, fell back, and they're like driving halfway on the cart as your goat continues to run through, as the men sort of like falling, and probably actually not really that lethal to them, honestly. The force will probably cause concussions and broken bones, but you don't believe you killed anybody in that instance. Their carts are destroyed. They will need new carts.
Oh yeah.
So as you fucking run in, the other guys who are getting off are like boom, boom, and they start firing at your cart like fuck me, but they're behind you. All right, guys, you're all in the carnival. Adi has just about made it to that pylon. What are we doing?
To keep them off of Victor, I'm going, like the people trying to stop him from continuing. I want to go ahead, push myself to use sharpshooter so I can do a barrage of rapid fire. I'll swap to the rifle real fast and just rapid fire. Try to spread them out from wherever they're.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That way he can keep
Yeah.
Yeah, suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire. So, awesome. I don't. Do you roll for those powers? I would do that sometimes.
Read the power.
It says you can push yourself to do one of the following: make a ranged attack at extreme distance beyond what's normal. Or
Let's just. You know what? I'm gonna
release. Yeah, that's it.
So you push yourself, yeah.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
just push myself.
Let's say that you just whoop ass. So you just fucking you're up on your cart with your rifle out and just and they're like as you fire off, you rip into one of their sides. It's like fuck. You fire off again. Are you going for kill shots? Are you trying to do a little less lethal?
A little less lethal. Just really trying to stop them. Just go for, arms so they can't shoot, legs so they can't run, that sort of thing.
As you do that, you instinctively aim for like the middle, and then you change, bang, bang, and you are like taking shoulders, and like Victor, as you're going, you see the bullets. You know what I mean? Like that Scarlet's just like keeping them back. Scarlet, as you fire, one of them catches it in the leg, and he drops to the ground, and he's like, and he lines up his rifle. And you see, as he does, you see a blade into the side of his head, and he falls down to the ground. And as you see, one of the another one that is lining up a shot, a small blade flings through the air and into his neck as he and starts coughing. These blades are not normal. They have black tips at the end.
Ooh.
I grab one of them out and try to throw it at Audie. I'm going for a hamstring Audie with one of these blades, and I'm going to push myself to do it, which allows me to do a feat of superhuman strength.
Yes!
As you pick up one, as you rip out one of the blades, your first instinct is like probably like thanks Tang, but
no, I know this blade. My second instinct is thanks Tang. My first instinct is, this is a good knife.
Well, you pull it out. Actually, it's not a very good knife.
No?
It's made of flint.
Oh.
The end of it is made of flint.
Oh,
it's actually,
you.
Yeah, as you pull it out, it's kind of fractured. There's still like a sharp, gnarly piece that you can still use.
Well, then I would take a look.
But you're
at
like,
it and
what?
Is it not? It's
not
not
one
something.
of Tang's.
No,
Absolutely not one of Tang's.
it is not.
You said you didn't really want him involved in this, so
Yeah.
he's not going to help unless you're in trouble. But like someone else is here doing stuff.
Oh, jeez.
I'll still do it.
Okay, you fuck
Actually,
it.
I go Mishka and
Launch that shit.
yep.
Okay, so
This will be.
this is your superhuman thing, right?
Is this skirmish?
It's up to you.
You
bud.
could probably do finesse
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
because
you
of
are
accuracy.
yeah, you're going
I'd
for
say this is
accuracy.
finesse.
Yeah, you're going for accuracy here.
Yeah. I'm going for an absolute pinpoint on his back calf,
Yes.
and I'm using one of my abilities called the Devil's Footsteps.
What is that?
Actually,
that
I will
sounds
use
awesome.
2 of my abilities.
Fuck.
I will expend my special armor, Shadow,
Mm-hmm.
check my special armor box to push myself for a feat of athletics or stealth, and then the Devil's Footsteps allowing me to do a superhuman feat.
Okay,
Yes.
that's fucking awesome.
Actually, I'm going to push myself for effect instead of a die.
Mm-hmm.
So desperate. What would the effect normally be?
So I was gonna say that it was probably gonna be limited, but because you're using a crazy superhuman ability, let's say that it would have been standard,
Mhm.
and now you can send it up to great.
All right.
Nice.
Because you're fucking spending so much on this. I mean, I gotta give it to you.
This is also the place I throw knives.
Yeah. Don't worry. Ting's been showing you how to throw. Oh, wait. Did I tell you this?
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have forgotten. I don't remember if I gave you the thing or not. You get +1 when throwing knives because you hang out with Ting so much, and he throws knives. That's what he does.
Well, then I get one more dice on this.
Add another one to that. And also, do you want to reroll?
It's another one. I'll take the 4, to
Take-
be honest.
Okay, that's fine. So it's a long fucking shot, and he has people behind him covering him, but you and throw it, and you almost throw it next to him, but the wind, like you were accounting for the wind, like Tang taught you how to do, and it almost like you curve the knife like around one of the soldiers, and and as it sticks in because of Flint's kind of blades, it like shatters into the meat of his calf, and you hear him. Now, because it's a 4, some of his men are able to scoop him up, but they're slower. But they as he is continuing to go, and as you throw it, you're like, fuck, like you got him, but he didn't stop.
Yeah.
And you hear, hi.
Fuck.
And you look to the left, and it's Tang, and he goes, fucking nice shot.
I wink.
And he gets a little red and just, ooh, and he goes back. Do you want me to kill any of these boys?
Down him.
Down them?
Breathing.
All right. And he goes walking out. Sparrow or Scarlet, as you're kind of lining up, now you're seeing, and blades come flying from behind you, and your first instinct is probably Flint.
Yeah.
But you look, and instead it is this.
He's probably juggling them. The
yeah, so he has him
shirtless tattooed man.
Yeah, okay, let's say he doesn't have his shirt on for this one. He just has the blades kind of on the thighs of his pants, and before he throws them, he flips them up. He like flips them up, catches them, and throws them as he's throwing them. He's not hitting everybody. He's more kind of like keeping them at bay, like with you. He's just trying to suppress them because he doesn't want to kill anybody. He's not like his brother. And he's every once in a while he'll hit somebody like in the foot, and he's like, oh, did you see that? Right in his fucking big one. As he's just throwing blades. And Scarlet, you're just probably scanning because you know he's in here somewhere. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, he's making it into that pylon. Victor, you're still probably hauling ass with your cart until you reach that same blockade that has stopped carts from entering.
You don't need your cart, though.
No, I don't.
No, he doesn't. I'm just saying, like, now you're on foot chasing after Adi. Who's going after Adi? Who's holding off all of the people? Ooh, you want Adi? Okay.
I want him.
Can I go ahead?
Psycho running through the field of the sword. Yes.
Could I go ahead and do a minor flashback to tell Ember to go ahead and tail him while I keep the others? Like, okay. Go after Adi while I tail him because cat. Haha. Go after him while I keep them off.
Ember in ghost mode is hauling ass. Ebony, you are hauling ass towards him across the field. Victor, I assume you're going.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sparrow, are you also going after him?
I am, but probably not as quickly.
Okay, so as he's hauling ass, he has 5 men with him. 2 of them are helping pick him up. One of them is staying at his back. 2 of them break off to start firing off at you guys. They have like war rifles, so they have a little bit more rounds in them than the normal like 4 shots that are used in the city. Victor, was there something that you said you wanted to do?
Yeah, he's actually gonna because he knows that these are all at least somewhat trained, if not former Skovlan soldiers. He's gonna basically, since he knows standard tactics, he's going to throw smoke grenades at the base of their feet, and then with that he's basically gonna jury rig and put together the smoke grenade with the concussion grenade and kind of string them together and toss them.
That's fucked. So it spews smoke first and then goes right. Okay, so
it's
they're
like,
gonna get off.
Yeah, the lighting, the blinding light won't affect them as much, but the sound will, and so they have a harder time figuring out what's approaching.
So they start firing off shots at you as you ready this thing and throw it. Ebony, you're literally just hauling after them with a sword, and I'm gonna say one of them probably saw what you did, and it's like and so he's firing off at you. I got a 5, so that's only gonna be they're bullets, but it's not gonna be as much. So you take 2 damage as it like one hits you dead center.
I'm
kind of in the chest.
going to expend one of my armor things to take that down to 1.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yes, I like that. Yes, you can. So is it just kind of and it just kind of like bruises your ribs, but you don't slow down. You're just like whatever, and you keep going. But they're like, and I'm
Fall
gonna
back
say,
behind Ebony.
okay. So as the bullets, as you see Ebony get literally shot and keep running, you're like, okay, like never mind. Then they're gonna take a shot at Victor. Victor, you are gonna take a kaboom. Oh, you lucky. I'm gonna say one of them fires off at you, and as you are running and you like whip out the grenades, he goes boom, boom, and he fires off, and one of them hits you like right here, but it like as it flies off of some metal shit you just have in your jacket. You just have it there.
It's probably either the gun barrels or it's like a little bit of like flak material that you would put on just to.
Yeah. And then the second bullet just hits like dead center and just hits some of the like you have flak jacket underneath your yeah. That's all it hits. So just you get hit with 2 bullets, but you're like, no, I'm prepared. Like, oh, fuck you, and you launch your fucking grenade. So you're throwing this grenade. I'm gonna say just roll me a quick tinker to see how cool it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say tinker would make sense. Desperate
or wreck.
It's gonna be the same.
Desperate, great.
Okay.
Because because of your weird combo. I love that idea.
Okay.
They don't see it coming. They just see the smoke and they're like, smoke, boom. You know what I mean? So
right.
It's gonna catch them by surprise.
All right, let's see what we get. I got a 4.
So as you launch it, he's like Granada, as it starts spewing. He goes smoke, and they start making their way towards it because they want to go through the smoke to stop you. And as they get closer to it, just you see the smoke just go like it's like a bubble that gets like separated from the concussive explosion as you see 2 men go flying out of the smoke, dropping their guns and just fucking eating shit into the dirt through the smoke. And as the smoke starts billowing back up, you do see that Adi has reached the pylon and is entering it.
He's not.
Oh, I see.
I would like to do a flashback.
Okay.
Ooh.
So here's the flashback.
Right.
I'm looking at the pylon, and I go, Kyle, what are we gonna do? Then I look over at the other side and I go, oh, never mind. And the door opens, and it is exactly the size of Bill.
For those at home who don't know, Bill is like a 6'4" boxer Goliath.
He's basically what, Evander Holyfield sized?
Yeah, so yeah.
He's fucking huge.
He's huge.
Think like the Big Show.
Oh yeah.
Or something like tall wise and just fucking big. So as
his muscles have muscles.
As Adi opens the door and it's just a Bill, he goes, hello. And he just punches. What instructions did you give Bill?
Punch anyone who isn't one of us.
Okay, so he opens the door and Adi just gets fucking cracked in the face as he just boom and lays Adi out. The other guy takes out, has the rifle, fires off at Bill, clipping him in the chest as Bill backhands him and knocks the gun out of his hand, or doesn't, but knocks it like down. The guy goes to re-grab it. Bill grabs the gun and starts rushing with that guy. Adi's nose is fucking broken as Bill tackles the. Actually, well, it was 3 guys that were with.
There was 3 guys, unfortunately.
So
Bill is at least 2 men worth of guy.
Yeah, he grabs one, backhands it, throws him to the ground. The other guy shoots Bill in the back, and as he does, Bill whips out looks like some sort of like club and whacks the gun away, whacks the guy in the face. The other guy is picking up Adi and starting to get him in there, but now Adi is down to just 1 man. As the 1 man starts helping Adi get in, Bill grabs him by the back of the shirt and rips him back down to the ground. Bill gets shot again in the stomach, cracking that guy in the face. Bill's getting pretty fucking really badly hurt, but he has stopped all 3 men from supporting Adi. Adi has gotten in. But all 3 of his men are busy basically just shooting, getting punched in the face and getting really hurt and shooting Bill to death. But he's like bleeding pretty badly, but he's just boom, boom, and he's hurting all 3 of them. Like 2 of them have their guns knocked out of their hands and they're like pulling, like one pulls out a knife and starts going after. But these are soldiers, remember. They're here for 1 mission. and they will do it. So he has no help. He has no more backup. Ebony, I'm gonna say you get there. You get
Okay.
behind, so you can support Bill if you'd like.
No, I want to go after Adi.
So you ignore the men fighting Bill. Okay,
Yeah.
you just fucking get out of my way and go past him. As you do, Bill gets shot again in the stomach. And you hear him as he gets shot. He goes, "You're not killing this fucking city!" As he just boom hits another guy. At this point, you guys have all breached. How do you aid Bill, or do you
I'm
let
gonna
him?
aid Bill because I
Okay.
put him there. I will come in with a ankle right into one of the guy's kneecaps sideways.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Oh, I can hear that
Nice.
snap already.
Unfortunately, she's not great
Yes.
at this, but that is not finesse. That is definitely skirmish or wreck. I've seen
Uh,
it.
I'd say wreck for the purposes of you're breaking someone's defenses with force.
Desperate, limited or standard.
Let's say standard, because your lack of dice is already going to be.
Yeah,
mhm.
Oh, you know what? No, great, because of the particular position he is in right now,
gotcha.
because of the enemy of which he is facing.
All right. Do I want to push? I can't really.
I can
No, I'm
assist.
not gonna push. All right, I'll take the assist.
Yeah, so what the assist is, basically what it is, bleh.
Do you want to do a flashback?
Well,
of-
yeah, it's
of
gonna be
you showing me a standard Skovlin armor layout.
yeah, armor layout, basically guerrilla tactics and things like that, and also Victor's also gonna put a special piece over your shoes that are basically like the equivalent of steel toe, so so you can.
Oh.
Yeah, if anyone has ever seen steel toe boots to a kneecap it on the side, yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of crunch.
Let's see what these two
Hmm.
dice do. 5.
Nice.
So he, as it just, and he goes, "Ah," and as he like, "Ah," and you see that it's pain, and it's shock, and it's rage, and as he goes to pull his sidearm, his hand gets grabbed, broken, and he just gets fucking jawed in the face, and he's out by Bill. As Bill, Scarlet, Victor, do you guys head in? Sparrow's busy fighting.
Well, Victor
You're
is
gonna
definitely
follow
gonna
me.
go. It's gonna go up
All right,
after Audie
Victor
and
has
Ebony.
to go. You're right
Yeah.
behind Ebony.
Yeah, I've seeing that things are being taken care of. I'll deal with that guy later, and I'll follow.
Okay,
So.
cool. Sparrow, you and Bill are taking care of business. Now it's
Yeah.
2v2, and Bill is worth 2 men. So but he's really wounded. He's bleeding a lot. So you're both just like
Yeah, I'm supporting.
cracking these guys. Yeah, you're fucking them up with him. So you three and Ebony, you were the first one in. You enter the thing. As you enter, you see Adi. He is on the elevator as he is making his way up. It's already and making his way up as he's like, and he's kind of smiling at you. He is bleeding from his calf. His nose is broken. Blood is pouring down his face, and he looks crazed as he just is holding on to like the sides as the elevator. The inside of this thing is massive. The whole thing is fucking huge. It is like the biggest building you've ever been in, and there's lightning, or actually big tubes of what looks like black liquid being pumped up the sides next to what looks like swirling staircases, one swirling staircase that goes all the way up. But he is riding the elevator. There are,
Okay.
I would say, because of the nature of this, I would say there's only one elevator though. Because of
Yeah.
what this thing is, there's probably
Yeah.
only one elevator.
Yeah, so Victor's gonna walk in.
Yeah, so you're like, fuck.
Well,
Victor
he sees that, and he's going to go, okay, well, I can't put it out. So he brings out actually another device, and it's going to be basically, it's designed to actually short circuit the elevator.
Well, it's just a
Okay.
counterweight, so
Nice.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
release the counterweight.
You can release the counterweight, just come straight back down.
Are you gonna crash his elevator back down?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's so
Okay.
gonna happen.
roll that
Nice.
tinker.
Tinker or Wreck?
Oh, I think Wreck maybe then. If you believe Wreck, then
Do you want this elevator to work later? Is the question.
No.
Yeah, no.
Not really. I don't care enough about whether it functions after the fact. So we'll go with risky or controlled or desperate.
I would say desperate standard, and he, Ebony, you do see that he is trying to shoot at Victor. He has whipped out his gun and is aiming down as he sees Victor whipping out his tools.
So
So
do with a broken nose.
Nope.
the what?
Broken nose.
Yeah, do it a broken nose.
Oh yeah, with two swelling black eyes, because that's what happens when you get a fucked up broken nose. So yeah, he is aiming at Victor, but Victor, go ahead and roll that.
All right,
Beautiful business.
Yep, and I'm gonna push myself to get that extra die so we can see what we get. Oh, okay, still force.
Okay, so as you start working on it, Ebony, you may be able to protect Victor from being shot. Do you do so?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use Tempest and just strike the bastard with lightning.
Okay.
Oh,
So you are
Yes?
in.
No?
First of all, you're inside. Second of all, you're inside a giant lightning tower. So you go to bring down Tempest, and it, because basically all it did was hit the top of this thing and just become part of the wall. Like, you don't. It's made of lightning. There's no way for it to get in here.
It's a giant lightning rod.
Yeah.
It's made to conduct. Even if you fired it off from inside, it would have just went to like one of the walls.
Okay.
It's this place is like the only place in the city that it just won't fucking work.
Faraday cage.
But you could try to do the same trick, like cut the bullet in half, or stand in front of it and take it. You do have armor.
I want to get shot.
you don't have to get.
Yeah.
shot.
You can also just let Victor get shot. That's totally.
I'm
fine.
not
totally
gonna
fine.
let Victor get shot.
I do not care.
I
I
don't
care. I care.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I'll stand in front of him and
Boom.
use my sword to, if I can
Roll.
get rid of the bullet, then I will
roll
do
your
that.
sword fighting, and see if you
Okay.
get. If you get
so
another
many
crit-
dice.
If you get another crit, you cut the bullet in half. If you don't, you
Okay.
get shot.
Okay. Desperate
Yes. Desperate. Desperate standard.
standard. Okay.
Yeah.
And then bonus dice is 4. Hey, look, I got another crit.
Yeah, you did.
As you cut,
I
as
mean,
you cut the
7
fucking
die.
bullet in half.
so
As
many
he
dice.
finishes, so now he doesn't get delayed in what he is doing. Victor,
Mhm.
you do the elevator drops, and you're like begins to grind back up. You'd have to do it again, but you did buy yourself some time.
Okay.
You guys have all Scarlet, you got in there. At this point, you walk in and you see Asshole is trying to shoot down at your friends, and Asshole just got dropped a few floors and is now rising again in his elevator, and Victor is trying to fuck with the elevator. It looks like Ebony is guarding him. Do you want to do anything in here?
Yeah, gonna take a guy at the shot at the guy shooting.
Okay.
And if Ember's around, I'm also going to ask for Ember to go after him.
So Ember is around, and Ember
Mhm.
is currently going and jumping his way up the elevator shaft.
Nice.
Sweet.
So
Okay.
you're gonna take a shot at him. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Desperate.
Desperate standard. Shoot him
Standard.
in his face.
4.
Not bad.
2 4s.
As you and he's aiming down at them. You walk in and he reassesses, but it's too late. As you and you hit him in the shoulder, and he goes, "Gah!" and he falls back. Now he's no longer able to shoot at Victor. Your cat gets into his elevator, and you start hearing as the cat is like and just attacking him. He is shooting, but he wasn't prepared to fight Ghost. He was ready to die here, so he's just shooting at the cat. Victor, I'm gonna say, given the fact that he can no longer shoot at you, you
Mhm.
can bring the elevator down. You can either bring it down soft or you can bring it down hard. How would you like to bring the elevator down?
Oh,
You
it's
don't have
coming
to roll
down.
for this.
It's gonna come down hard.
Okay, you and pull, I don't know, some lever. Gears start sparking, wires start whipping off or cables as the elevator and drops about 1.5 stories as it he didn't get very far as you just hear and the door is kind of like half open, and there laying on the ground is Adi, and he is cradling this thing as he's like kind of half out of it, bloodied now, shot in like the chest, kind of shoulder, nose broken, calf still has like the handle of the blade in it, and he's just coughing up blood as you see Ember is just gnawing at his boot, and he's like, he's just too tired to feel it, and he lays there before you. What do you do, Victor?
Victor turns to Ebony and Scarlet. Let me talk with him first.
Of course.
Yeah, sure, fine. And while he's doing his thing, I'm gonna keep my eye out for a certain someone.
Mm-hmm. Victor will kind of climb into the wreckage of the elevator car.
Get away from me. Get away from me, you coward.
I am no coward.
You are a traitor. A betrayer.
I never betrayed Skovlin.
That is what you are doing now.
No. What you are doing is condemning all Skovlin to war again.
Good. Then maybe we will win this time. We need spirit. We need to show them. We need to kill them. They need to see that we are strong.
We fought for over 10 years, Adi. Long years.
And we almost won, Victor. We almost won.
That may be true, but that is the past now. And we lost. We lost. We lost many things, many people, and we cannot have them back.
Then I can at least kill my enemies.
And what good would that do?
It will bring me peace. It will bring our dead brothers peace.
Will it? What about the ghosts of all those who died recently for your cause? What about them?
Mishka killed them, Victor.
I know they did. I know she did.
Them, their families, their friends.
I know.
She burned it all to the ground.
I know.
I spent years with these people. I was trying to build hope.
You were trying to do a good thing, but you did it for the wrong reason.
So what is the right reason?
The right reasons I cannot tell you. You have to find out on your own. For me, it was to try and use my skills for something else. Did you know, Adi, before the war, I used to fix instruments and clocks and toys for children in the neighborhood.
Bullshit.
I did for a long time. But then the war came, and these hands only knew death and destruction. And I tried to do better, Of course, it's kind of hard.
Hmm.
Can't forget your past. But you can try to do better.
I'm not like you, Victor. I did not make clocks. I did not build. I lead people. But there is no people left to lead. They are broken. And I tried to build them back up. And what happened? They die. No. You keep your clocks and your peace. You keep helping your people. And I will do what I was made to do.
And he pulls from his pocket a small 2-shot revolver, or a small 2-shot pistol, and he
Mhm.
aims it at the device.
Okay, figured that was gonna happen.
You have about a split second.
Well, here's the flashback that I was waiting for a long time.
Ooh, okay.
And I saved this for you, Evan.
Oh no.
I saved this for you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So the flashback is, since we already knew that it had to be one of the pylons, Victor has set up because he's learned how to manipulate the ghost field with his ghost ward ability. So it can either deter or entice spirits to in an area. And now what the thing is, he put enough devices on across several pylons that we all suspected Audie was going to target. And those devices actually will bend the ghost field in just enough to let ghosts in to grab and snatch. The caveat is that Victor is the trigger. And he has to be there, and he's the beacon.
They're coming to you.
Oh, yes.
What?
The goal is that Victor is going to grab and hold as soon as the ghost field bends.
You'll be on the other side.
I'm well aware of that.
Okay.
This was that Victor knew that this could happen. This was his contingency.
Would you like to tell us how this happens?
So, as soon as Victor sees the revolver pull out, Victor is actually going to put a gentle hand on Audie's shoulder. The war is over for us, Audie. It's time for us to join our brothers.
Do you want me to take control of the world that happens because of your event, or do you want to?
No, please. I'm handing the reins to you, Evan.
As you say that, Audie looks to you. His finger tenses on the trigger, and as the gun fires, it fires too high, as there is a hand gripping Audie's. I would say probably actually Victor, as you grabbed his hand, as you hold it up, and and you stare at him, and he at first angry at you, and then you all begin to hear it. You begin to feel it. All of you can feel it, not just Ebony. You feel, it feels like the harrowing, but it shouldn't be. Not in here, not now. You feel cold. The whole room is cold. Ice begins to crawl across the walls. The lightning stutter stepping. Sparrow, outside, you see a horrific fog roll in just around this pylon and around you as you guys begin to back up. You're dragging Bill as he's really fucked up now, probably away from the things, and some of the circus people are helping you. It's like, what the fuck? I can't hear you.
I tell them to grab Bill as I run into the pylon.
Okay, cool. You run in, and sure enough, all of your people are standing there. As you walk in, you look at what everyone else is looking at, and you see the entire pylon, this tower, is swarming like a spiral, like a cyclone of souls. Some are flying, some are just crawling around the walls, across the walls, as they begin to descend. And as they begin to descend, Victor's grip is vice-like, his eyes stone cold, staring at Adi. Adi is looking at you, weeping as he's looking around. No, 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 no. And through the wall, through the floor, begins to crawl hands, dead and broken, gnashed fingers and bent back fingernails as they reach decayed, damaged, and some porcelain white, as they just begin to grasp gently at first and then clawing at Adi and his clothes, his broken form, as they begin to pull him in. As he's no, no, but Victor does not let go. Do you?
No, no, Victor does not let go.
You do not let go. Instead, you begin to walk with him. And as you walk with him, the hands go from Adi to you. Those thousands that are crawling up begin to swim around. They seem lost and confused, not so much focused on anything in particular, just sort of exploring. Like, where are we now? Like animals, curious, but still dangerous. But these ones...
I want
Yes.
to grab Victor. I want one of those ghostly hands to be mine.
Okay. And you're
Now-
trying to pull him away?
I'm trying to pull him away, and I can see this going two ways if you want to have a quick meta conversation about what we could do with this.
Okay.
Maybe that gives Victor a moment to think. Maybe I pull something back. Maybe it's not Victor's body.
Victor, do you have any ideas?
Oh.
Ooh.
Would Victor rethink?
I think at that moment, he's willing to give up anything to stop this. But there is one thing that he does remember that led him here, that led him to Duskfall. And there is that one sliver of doubt, that one thing that he's been living for and living for a long time.
Sparrow, you did see him ask Bozo to find somebody.
Shit.
Look through those notes, Kevin. Look through those notes. What do you got?
Grab a green flame sensor. Victor grabs a broadsword. Okay, no. Wrong day.
The hands are grasping at your coat, Victor. Not violently, but almost tender, almost gentle, almost just curious, as if not to pull you into their maw, but to welcome you into their arms. And you can see what appears to be the visage before you of a beautiful, beautiful dead woman.
I believe the name was Annalise, but I could be wrong.
No.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
No.
I didn't write it down.
As the hands kind of caress your cheeks, and you can see as she has what appears to be a slit throat, and she's gripping the back of your head, Victor, and pulling you, and you can see 1,000 more eyes glinting and 1,000 more teeth and hands as they are trying to claw their way further, but you only bended it so much they can't quite get to the rest of you.
So it is her.
Ebony will
It
call
is her
up-
though, right, Evan?
What?
Is it her?
No.
Oh, it's not her. Okay.
No, this is just a beautiful woman
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah, I
pulling
didn't
at
get
you.
the name.
Ebony will call up to Victor and say, Victor, your sister needs you. Jed needs you.
You do hear her over the wails and the cries and the laughs and the curses.
I hear her.
You hear her. You heard Ebony. She said that your sister needs you, and Jed needs you. Victor, Adi is being pulled into the dark, There is no more wall where the lightning wall once was. It is just fog. And he is being pulled into it, dragging the device with him as it's just kind of rattling with him. You know it's useless out there.
So when Evany says that Victor will let go of Audie that instant.
Audie pulled wailing into the dark by the dead hands of those perhaps that he knew, perhaps that he's killed, or perhaps were just hungry and there. But Audie is not coming back. And Victor, those hands still claw for you.
Yep.
Some still on you.
Yep.
Do you try to push away? Do you go with Sparrow's hand that is pulling you the other way?
Yeah, I go with Sparrow.
As you back away, clutching your spirit charm and holding it before you, the beautiful woman, as she begins to wail in a silent scream that you can't hear, as her voice no longer works. Just this silent scream, and her nails become longer, and you see these like red veins peel up in her form, and you see some of the other ghosts kind of clawing at you. But what you have done is faded, and it is beginning to push back and allow the walls to do their job again. And this cyclone of souls begins to crawl their way back up as the wailing of Addie fades. And you are all left standing there in the pylon, broken elevator, no sign of Audie, no sign of a device, and Ember is dead. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. Kay's face.
And I think that is where we will leave it tonight.
One last thing.
Do me like that.
By
Sparrow-
all means.
Sparrow pulls out the thing she took off Audie and says, "Could he have triggered it without this?"
Oh,
So you,
wait, when
yeah.
did you get that?
I took it off Audie.
Oh, well.
And we'll just leave it.
Well, then, I was over dramatic.
Oh.
I didn't. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't need to do the whole thing.
that's excellent. So that ends tonight's episode of Blades in the Dark. A bit more of an epic tale than any of the other than the usual jobs. So well done, everybody. Let's go around the room. Tell us who you are. Tell us where we can find you, and tell us of one person that you think has earned some extra XP tonight. Let us start with Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear on Instagram. Oh boy. Obviously, Victor gets the extra XP tonight. That speech just, my heart.
Yeah, that hurt me. That was good.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. And Kay.
Hey, Kate, also known as Undead K, of various things on the internet, Twitter below. Yeah, no, that one's definitely going to Victor for sure. Scarlet thinks he's a self-sacrificing fool now. But yeah, no, it goes to, yeah, that was great.
Scarlet, other people do have what we in the business call feelings. And I know that that's
What's
new.
that?
But someday
She
you'll...
keeps hurting.
Will she though? Will
That's
she?
what she keeps hurting. And Bisonic.
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin. Kevin, hello. You can find me all over the Discord and other places. And I run on Tuesdays a game called Rifts, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome, which is excellent and immense amounts of fun, and I'm extremely proud of it, on this very channel at 8 o'clock on Tuesdays. Our VODs for this game as well are up on our YouTube, and yeah. It was Victor's episode.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Gee, thanks everyone. Now I feel so bad.
And Death by Mage.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie Bear, known as Death by Mage on the internet. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Death by Mage. Yeah, and I do a lot of DMs Guild stuff. Yeah, I make stuff. There's a lot of it now. I don't know what to say. There's a new Christmas book coming out in December. I'll say that much. It'll be in print and in digital PDF. And then there's also my Jubilexian Slime Race because Slimes Want an Adventure. And you can also find me for the Uncaged Anthology Volume 3. And you can also find me for Artifacts of the Guild. And I have at least 2 other things, I think, coming out soon. So, yeah, you can just follow me on Twitter for all those updates. And... oh man, I besides myself, I felt that Sparrow did a lot tonight as well.
Yes.
From everything from the bit with Auntie using Auntie to find Audie, and all that background planning on the side, that was fantastic. And also having Bill there, the door, that was genius.
That was fantastic.
That was really good.
I was like, whoa, I did not see that.
That was important, because otherwise you guys were going to have to deal with 3 fucking armed soldiers when you got in there. I wasn't just going to let you peel through them like you did. You know what I mean? Like, you were going to get hurt.
Point.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they would have had steps that they're going up and shooting. Like, yeah, it would have been tough. So, no, that was good. That was clutch. Well done, guys. I am Evan. I'm Evan Jennings64 on the Twitter. I'm Zombie Love Juice on Instagram, and I was your storyteller this evening. I run this game every Wednesday, and I play in the Blades and I play in the Rifts, Blood, Dirt, and Chrome game, which is fucking great, and only sometimes a dating simulator in the Crazy Rifts world. And most of the other times, it is a feels circus full of feels, but it's pretty great. Also, lots of violence, which is great.
Yes.
But yeah, and I run a game at home that I put on my YouTube channel called Beyond EMH. That's an evil campaign called When We Were, and it's terrible. In a
It's
good way.
wonderful.
Thank you. So yeah, tonight was fucking awesome. Yeah, Victor, that was awesome. I didn't expect that. Not often am I left like, oh my god, that was, you know what I mean? Like, what do I do? That's so good. Like, I don't often get given big gifts like that in D&D. Usually it's rolling with punches, because that's just D&D. That's what you got to do. But that was beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I did not think of anything better than that. Like, that was epic and wonderful, and I loved it. That was a very good story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What a good way to end him, too, to end that.
Yeah, I know. I was really,
Goodbye.
I know. I was ready to let Victor go tonight. Like, it was just.
You fucking were. 4 pages of backstory,
really
you
were.
son of a bitch.
Oh
You were
yeah.
ready to just
Oh
die.
yeah. You guys only scratched like a page of his backstory. You didn't even scratch the other 4.
But they convinced you to stay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm like, nope.
Well
Oh,
done.
yeah.
Well done, guys. So obviously the XP goes to Victor.
Yes.
You didn't get. You're not getting really coin for any of these jobs anymore.
We could-
but you
Nope.
you
Might be
sure
wanted
get,
bounties.
you sure are getting renown. for
Well,
this.
I mean, we could
Wanted for
probably.
stopping.
No, the others. Bounties.
Oh yeah, we had bounties. They were
Had
bounties.
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they super because of we just didn't have time.
Yeah.
We just didn't have time. This was a big one. This was a big one.
Oh yeah, this was a big one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so well done, guys. Everybody gets 5 XP except for Victor, who gets 6. And we will see you all next time. Thank you guys for watching. Can we raid anybody?
Oh yeah, I actually have raid powers now. Yay!
Yay!
So we're raiding Soulbear RPG next. So go and say hi. They're playing their D&D Tal'Dorei game. They're going through the layers of hell. So feel sad for them a lot. Mostly sad.
Dude, it's great. It's fun and sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
They're on
Okay.
break.
Of course they're on break.
On break.